Hello. If someone in the can't talk today. If someone in the chat could just let me know if you can hear me. I see Julian in there, so we'll just say hi, Julian. Just want to make sure. Looks like my audio is fine on here. Again, if anyone wants to call in and talk to me about any kind of issues that you're having in your trading, just click the link that's pinned in the chat, and then I'll just bring you on and we can talk through it live. I guess today I just want to start by, catching up on what's going on in my trading. Oh, thank you, Lily. Sound is good. Hey, Rachel. How's it going? Julian, we hear you. Great. Okay. So I just want to do a quick update on my trading because I think that what I'm going through right now is probably going to be useful and definitely relatable to other traders. So I've just passed an eval on Monday, an Apex eval, after 7 months in what I call eval purgatory. And the first thing I thought when I got funded was, okay, now what? Because I've been here before and I know how quickly it can just kind of go sideways. So before I bring Terry on, yes, Terry's going to be in today, I want to talk about something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, which is why is it that we can pass an evaluation, but then there's such a struggle to keep the funded account? Because I think most traders lose their funded accounts, not because their strategy stopped working, but something that changed well before the account is ever blown. When you're kind of grinding through evals, every day you're getting closer and closer to passing. There's almost this energy behind it. You're focused, you're looking for setups, you're motivated, and that feeling is real. And it turns out there's actually a biological reason for it. Your brain is releasing dopamine the entire time you're working towards the goal, not when you hit it, on the way there. So the moment you pass, that feeling actually starts to drop. And for a lot of traders, that crash hits harder than they expect. It can feel like insecurity, like suddenly you're just not sure of yourself anymore, or you're trading, or like something's just off. So I think most of us interpret that as something being wrong with our trading. But in reality, nothing changed. Your brain just stopped fueling the chase and it doesn't really know what to do next. This is where I am, I guess. So I think that's exactly why so many traders activate the funded account and just jump straight into trading it. You're not just being impatient, you're chasing that feeling. You want to get that dopamine back because it's crashed. But now you're no longer in that pursuit mode. You're in protection mode because the last thing you want to do is lose the funded account that you just worked so hard to get. In pursuit mode, I think you're more curious. You're looking for opportunities. You're more focused on what the market is giving you. And I think we do get to a point where the evals feel a little bit more disposable to us. In protection mode, your brain starts asking what could go wrong instead of what's the best trade here. So you're no longer exploring and collecting data, you're guarding. So over the last year of talking to traders, every single day, I've noticed a few warning signs that tend to show up before someone blows an account. Not necessarily the day it happens, sometimes it's days or even weeks before. So number one, you start trading it immediately. You pass the eval, you activate the account, and then you're in the market the same day. I have seen other traders do this, and personally, I have blown funded accounts on the first day in the first hour of the New York session. There's just this urgency to go and make money on it right away. But you're excited, and excited is not a good trading state. Your dopamine just crashed, and you're chasing that feeling again without even realizing it. So give yourself at least a day, watch the market, do not touch the new funded account. Number two, the calendar. The moment you start checking payout dates more than you're checking your trading plan, you have already shifted from process to outcome. Instead of asking, what is the market giving me today? You start looking at how many days until I can request a payout. That is a completely different headspace to be trading from. Number three, the calculator. Does this thinking sound familiar to you? If I make $400 today, if I make $300 a day, if I can just get another $1,000, now you're actually mentally spending the money before you've even made it. For me, when I notice that I'm going back and forth between the calculator and the calendar, I know that a blow up is usually right around the corner. Number four, one rule break. It almost always starts small. One off plan trade, you make an exception or a little mid session tweak to the strategy. Most accounts start with one small compromise that just felt completely justified in the moment, and then before you know it, it's gone. Number five, you're trading scared. This has happened to me so many times. You stop asking, is this actually my setup? And start asking, what if I lose the account? What if I give back my profits? What if I don't get the payout? Every losing trade starts carrying weeks or even months of emotional weight. And here's the thing, that feeling doesn't really mean that something is wrong with your trade. It means your nervous system has shifted into protection mode. Your brain is reading normal market movement as danger, and so it's trying to protect you. So your brain is doing exactly what it was built to do. It's just doing it at exactly the wrong time. So the question that I keep asking myself is this: how do we take whatever we were doing during the evaluation that was working for us and actually carry that into the funded account? Because the goal obviously is not just to be passing evaluations and paying activation fees. The goal should be to keep the funded accounts long enough that the payouts just become a part of it. They're almost boring, I guess. That's what I want to talk to Terry about today. He's been trading and coaching for decades, and he trades a personal account as well as copy trades to funded accounts. So I want to hear whether he's seeing the same things or if there's something that I've missed on this completely. Okay, so I am going to get Terry on. Terry, you have to click the clean feed link and then I can bring you in on the call. And you guys, I had instructions, but now I can't find them for, sorry guys, I had instructions on what to do with clean feed and now I don't know where they went. I know they're on my website somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure where we put them. Okay, so Terry, just click that link when you get a chance and I'll bring you in and then we can talk about these funded accounts. I haven't traded mine at all. I think I passed it on Monday and then I was like, for sure, I know I'm not going to trade it Tuesday. And then I also knew I'm not going to trade it Wednesday because Wednesdays just feel too busy with coming on and doing the stream. So I knew Tuesday and Wednesday are out, and now I'm feeling like maybe I should just not trade the funded account until next Monday. Oh no! Brooklyn Boy, dear T-Jen, I lost my clean feed. Is the clean feed link not in there? It should be pinned at the top of the chat. Let me check here. Maybe I have... Sorry, I'm not great with technology, and I've got the two monitors going, so bear with me. Okay, so... it looks like it's still pinned in here. I can see it on my end. Oh, you were joking. Okay, don't mess with me on the technology stuff because that's like definitely the biggest stress of coming on a live stream is not like being live or talking to people. It's just the tech stuff that I'm like, something's gonna break and I'm gonna have no idea how to fix it. Okay, so that's working. It's good. Hey, Christopher, you're here. That's exciting. I guess you're free in the afternoons now, so I'm glad to see you here. Last I saw, you were on, what were you on? Like trade 88? Christopher's going for 100 consecutive trades of only on-plan trades, and he's at 88, which is, I think it's amazing. If you've never tried it, you might think like, oh, that's not that difficult, but I think it's a huge accomplishment. Okay, we're just waiting for Terry to get on here, and then I'm going to talk to him about these funded accounts. Have you guys noticed any? Let me know in the chat. Have you noticed any kind of warning signs for yourselves that you're going to blow up a funded account or an eval account, any account? Like, is there anything you've noticed that's like an immediate red flag for you that it's like, I need to stop trading because this account's going to be gone? Let me know in the chat. In the meantime, we've got Terry here. So we're bringing Terry on, and hopefully I'm good with the audio this time. Oh, I can hear you, Terry. Hey, how are you? Good. Your audio is actually pretty good. Guys in the chat, can you let me know if Terry is loud enough? Because in my headphones, it always sounds loud enough, but then last time when I played it back, I was like, oh, the callers were not loud enough. So I could, um, I could turn his volume. Okay, Terry, you've already got it turned up, so it looks like you're good. It's very loud for me now. So for the maybe set it to plus. Oh, the chat says they can't hear you. What the heck? You guys, can Terry say some stuff and see if they can hear you? Okay. Yeah, me as well. Somebody let me know if you can hear Terry. We cannot hear him. What the heck? No sound for Terry. I cannot hear Terry. Shit. Okay, guys, let me call Tyler real quick. Oh, I can still hear you. It's gotten louder. I'm just, it's like there's like a bad background noise now. Let me see if what are you using? Yeah. Okay. Well, oh shoot, Terry. Now I can't hear you. Oh, I can hear you really well now. Sorry, I'm messing with your settings too. They're saying unfortunately they can't hear you. Okay, guys, I'm gonna call Tyler really quick. Oh, what's Tyler saying? Tyler, can you just come downstairs, please, and do it? He does not want to be on. Yeah, no soup for you. He doesn't. He doesn't want to be on here. But Tyler, come downstairs. You're obviously watching from upstairs. Check that he's not muted. Tyler, just come down here. Sorry, guys. I am not good with. Why would Terry be muted? I don't see. Oh, shh.
Mute on my side.
Can you guys hear Terry now? I think I found the problem. But okay, someone let me know. Come
All
back
right, I'm just
one.
going to speak for a minute so everybody can try to hear me.
Yeah, your audio is not. Okay, they can hear you now. Perfect. I'm just gonna check and see. Perfect. Terry, they can hear you now. Awesome. Thanks, Tyler, for texting me and not just running down and helping me. Let me see. I'm just gonna try a few different things. Okay, Terry, say something. No, that's bad.
No,
Oh,
I can hear you, but just barely now.
you can't hear me now?
No, I can hear you. You just got a lot
Okay.
quieter.
Okay. Shoot. Guys, how does Terry sound to you? Sorry, this audio stuff. One of these days I'm gonna like because they're just saying, yep, they can hear you. Okay, Terry. So I don't know if you heard. Oh, I don't know if you heard the beginning of the stream where I talked about kind of like my warning signs
Yes, ma'am.
on like you're gonna blow an account, whether it's a funded account or whatever. So for me, like I said, it's the calendar. If I'm looking at if I start looking at the calendar and I'm going, okay, how many, especially the calendar and the calculator together. If I'm looking at it and I'm going, okay, this many days, I make this much per day, then I'm going to get a payout at this time. that for me is a huge red flag that I need to probably just not trade at all. Um, yeah, so I think really just like focusing on the money, trading scared is a big one, like that whole idea of protection, like just being so focused on keeping the account. What have you noticed are some signs that someone's about to blow up?
Okay, well, what I'd like to begin with is to
Yeah,
piggyback on part of what you said there at the beginning, because you talked about how when we go from an eval account to a funded account, that dopamine rush that we've had now drops off. What you probably don't realize that on top of that dopamine drop off is now new added pressure. And the reason that happens is because, and you and I had this conversation the last time we talked, when you blew up, you knew exactly what happened. And it was when you went and asked Tyler the question the night before. You said the words yourself. In the eval, we are process focused. And all of that changes when we get into the funded account because now we become outcome focused. It's exactly what happened to you. It's what happens to all of us. So now you've stacked on top of that drop in dopamine that you talked about at the beginning. Now you've stacked on top of that change in your focus from process to outcome. So what's happening? Now you're thinking about the dollars. You just mentioned it, the calendar. You're thinking about how long you've got, and you're thinking about payouts and payout dates. All of that starts to just create this mess that is piled, added pressure piled on top of the loss of dopamine, and now the change in focus. That's where it begins. And that's just the starting point.
right. So what can we do? Because so far the only things that I've thought of are um, to wait, to not just jump into the funded account, like to force yourself to slow down, right? Like force that slow down. So I think for me, that's the first thing. And then the next thing I can think of is just obviously sizing down, trading smaller as much as nobody likes that. Um, and I
Okay.
guess just
Sorry, go ahead.
just forgetting about a payout. Like as much as you can, don't be thinking about payouts. Just for me, what worked last time was just the goal of keep this account for at least 30 days.
Right. But part of your goal, without saying it, was you had to be process focused in order to keep that account for 30 days.
Right.
You just every day was worrying about the process, finding the right setups, taking the right trades. That is still process focused. Let me add this too. If you try to trade a funded account with the goal of not losing it, that is not process focused. That
Right.
too is outcome focused.
Yeah.
So that's an additional or a different type of pressure that you're adding to yourself. So the biggest thing that I think I would recommend from the jump, if you have an eval account and you have traded it properly and you've traded your strategy and you've developed that process, there's a couple of things you everybody's heard me say before. That is, you've got to continue to keep trust in yourself. So you have to continue trading that process in the funded account. Now,
Right.
that may mean you sit with that funded account for a couple of days before you get into it and trade it. I believe I told you once before that even in an eval account with me, when I get an eval account within $500 of passing, I make myself sit out of that account the next day or two. And I do that specifically so that I can make sure that I'm in my best trading state when I'm trading that eval account. And that's just a simple eval account. I've got a cash account and well, now I have 15 funded accounts, but
Ah.
I still treat that eval account just the same way. And we have to slow down. We have to make sure we're in our best and neutral state. These are all things, I know a lot of people have heard me say before, but we really have to do that. And honestly, trusting yourself enough to sit out for a couple of days when you got a funded account in front of you is
Yeah.
a hard thing to do.
Yeah. Um, I guess like I'm kind of waiting on it. I started trading another eval because
Okay.
I switched over. I got back into Apex accounts, which wasn't entirely my plan, but it happened. And I felt like I guess with the other accounts, like the all in end of day drawdown, no rebill accounts, which I do like and which really helped me at first, I felt like I was in those too much in protection mode all the time. Like I know we have to trade our like I don't know. I guess it's like there's some sort of line between trading small, trading your plan, following the rules, and then being too scared. And it's like figuring out, at what point am I scared and I'm just afraid to lose this thing? And then again, that's like you said, outcome focused. So
Correct.
switching to those Apex accounts actually helped me because I was kind of like, they were given, if it full transparency, they gave me a few of them for free, because I told them like I don't know, I asked some question and they're like, here's a code, you can try them for free. Um, so I didn't have that attachment to the accounts, and
I
it's
understand that. And well, let me just throw in here too, and I
mhm,
think most of our traders should hear this. These prop firms like the no rebill accounts because without saying it, there's you put the pressure on yourself to get it passed. You said it yourself. You're looking at the calendar. In a
yeah,
prop firm, in an eval account that is a no rebill account, you're looking at the calendar just like you would with you were looking at the calendar in a funded account for payout dates.
yeah. I found for me like it didn't matter, like, so the Apex one has like a hard, you pass it within 30 days or it's gone sort of thing, whereas the other ones it's like you can take your time. The take your time ones for me really kind of became a problem because I don't know. I don't know. It's just like it allowed too much sort of hesitation, and whereas like this Apex one, knowing like, okay, I've got 30 days. It's like I see the trade, I take the trade, and I guess because they're cheaper and I had no attachment to them really at all, and I didn't even know if I wanted to pass. Like I was like, I don't know if I want a funded account with an intraday trailing drawdown. That allowed me more to just be like, okay, I see my trade, I take it, and not have that attachment. I don't know. This might not help
Well, that's
anyone, so I'm
this.
sorry.
It may not. I mean, that may not for you. That may not necessarily be a bad thing.
Hmm.
And we're all different, so it works for all of us. I've got a couple of different accounts of different variations, but we have to find what works for us. But that transition, when you find it, that transition from that eval account to the funded account, that's the game changer. And it is everything. And how we approach the funded account, we have to maintain trust with ourselves. You've worked through this before over these last couple of
Hmm.
months, making sure that when you're ready to get into a trade, you're in that neutral state. You figure what that looks like for you,
Right.
and that's absolutely critical. I was answering a question on the Discord last night and today. Somebody was asking me about how to avoid tilt and how they deal with the aftermath of it. And I explained to them tilt for me. It may be a bad night's sleep on Tuesday, but it not may not show up until I'm in the market Thursday night, and the market starts adding increased pressure to me. And I
Hmm.
was just trying to point out that tilt doesn't happen all at once. It, as a rule, it tends to be coming on. So you got to be finding those things, that are the early indicators, and figure out how to stop them.
Okay. Um, from what you've seen with other traders, like in your coaching, are there any kind of typical signs you see that someone is about to blow an account? Like the signs that it's like you should stop for a while?
Well, the most important one is understanding the value of your rules, your own personal rules for your trading, and breaking the first rule. Well, if I break a rule, I'm done for the day. And breaking the first rule, and if you continue to trade, that is, don't care. I don't care how small the rule is. Once you break the first rule and you continue to trade, you've broken trust with yourself for this session, for this day, and now your brain, without you realizing it, feels like they have a complete license to let you do whatever you want to do.
Right. Yeah, that's what
So
happens.
finding that, is that what happens to you?
Yeah, I break one rule and then it's just F it. I'll break them all.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. Absolutely. Of the clients that I have right now that I'm coaching, I have two that have the same issue, and I'm telling you, that first rule that's got to be a hard stop. When you break a rule, I don't care how small it is, how insignificant it seems, if you continue to trade, you have broken trust with yourself, your brain now belief, and before you know it, you feel like you wake up from a blackout. You've blown that account, re-upped another one, and now you're blowing a second one. You're doing all kinds of damage from one little bitty rule break.
Yeah. Um, how much time do you think traders should take off between, or does it just depend on how they're feeling? Like between passing and getting the funded, like between passing and starting the funded account, how much time do you think they should take off?
Well, I'll tell you how I do it and when I coach it. And I did the same thing with you publicly. When you broke a rule, I made you take a day or two off. Remember that?
Yeah, and I tell people to do that all the time. Just take some days
Absolutely.
off.
So, what you can learn for yourself, if you break a rule and take one day off or take the rest of the day off and you're okay to trade tomorrow, if you figure that out for yourself, when I'm in an eval account, I break a rule, okay, I'm taking the day off, or I'm taking tomorrow off, or I'm taking 2 days, whatever your number is. If I were coaching a trader that just passed an eval account and they're headed to a funded account, whatever that number of days was that they took off, I would make them double that, because just for this one time. And the reason I say that is because if you learned that you could take one day off after breaking a rule and you come back and you're in your neutral state and you're in good shape, that's the foundation for the minimum amount of time you need to take off.
Okay.
So between the eval, if I was taking one day off when I broke a rule, between the eval and the funded, I would take 2 days. I would make myself take 2 days off just to make sure when I come back, I've already proven to myself that if I take one day off, I can come back in a neutral state. So before I step into this brand new funded account, I'm going to give time for that dopamine that you were talking about earlier to dissipate. I'm going to give time for my nerves to settle down. My nervous system is calm. I'll take 2 days. Now I'll step into that eval or that funded account. And at that point, you shouldn't be chasing the dopamine hit, and you should be in a neutral state where you're like, okay, I'm just going to continue to trade my process and not worry about the outcome.
Okay. Someone in the chat said that for them, and this is true, that when they kind of like, when they fluke into passing it, I guess, or like you get,
Uh
and
huh.
my last one going into a live account was like, and it was on the channel. So it was a really messy session. And it was like, it was one of those ones where it's like I added on and it's like either this trade is going to lose and I'm going to blow the account or else I'm going to pass and have a funded account. So and I agree that like that's a red flag that if you, I guess, passed it kind of in a shitty way or in a very off plan way, then I think you go into the funded account knowing that. And then it's like, well, what do I do now? Like, how do I trade this thing?
Okay, so if that were me, if I was in an eval account and I don't know, I took a fluke trade and it managed to run farther than I thought, or whatever, it doesn't matter. That I won and I got the funded account, but it wasn't part of my strategy. It was one of those fluke things. And that, listen, that could be, somebody in government tweeted something, or there was a breaking. It could be anything. If that were to happen, and I knew in my heart that I've got this funded account now, but I didn't get it because of my process, I would let that funded account sit for a week. I would bring in a second eval account and I would trade that eval account and go back for a week and trade that eval account of my process. Go back
Okay.
and do what I was doing before and allow myself time to build more trust with myself. And you maybe didn't break trust with yourself, but what did happen was you got this account on a fluke. It wasn't planned, it wasn't strategy. So show yourself again for a few days, a week, 2 weeks, whatever you need to. I'm going to get another eval account and I'm going to prove to myself again so I don't have those doubts inside when I finally begin to trade the funded account.
Yeah. I think that's really good advice. Yeah. With my eval, I was mostly on plan, but it wasn't like 100%. I don't like, I wouldn't go back and be like, oh, I loved how I traded and this is how I would want to trade all the time. So that's another reason that like, I was like, I'm not activating it and jumping into it right away. I'm just going to start another eval and I'm going to be stricter on this eval that I'm in now than on the last one. And I'll just probably activate it and then trade like the minimum amount for the first few weeks at least. Like I'm, just
Sure.
because I don't entirely love how I passed it. It wasn't like there was no craziness, but still it wasn't just 100% on plan. So,
Right. Okay. So that's your personal integrity. That's you knowing I passed it great, but I didn't pass it exactly like I wanted to. So what you're doing, the most important thing that's happening in that gap is not that you bring in another eval account along, not that you got a funded account. What's really happening, the most valuable part of that is by trading in another eval account before you step into that funded, you are proving to yourself that you can trust yourself. You are rebuilding trust within yourself. Even if you didn't break it, it just, I wasn't completely thrilled with the way I traded. So you went back and you continued to stack trust for in yourself and for yourself. That's exactly the most valuable thing you can do.
okay, good. Is there a point though, do you think, when like do people put off trading their funded accounts too long or moving to the next level, whatever it is for them? Like at what point does it become kind of like fear based where it's like, all right, you just need to get over it now and go do the thing?
Well, let me ask you, how did you pull out of January and February? Because weren't you wearing concrete shoes when it come to taking a trade?
I don't know what the fuck was going on. Like it was just, I have, and it, like I still look at it and it's just like, I don't, it still frustrates me. I just had to like after that because yeah, like I was just hesitating on every single trade. I was trying to like filter absolutely everything out so that every trade would be perfect. And then I ended up just
Okay,
not taking anything. And when I would take something, it would be something subpar and I'd lose. So for that, I just forced myself to take trades. Like it was, I shifted the priority to like just execute. And now like I'm still doing that where it's like sometimes I take like today's trade was like 2 minutes into the New York session where it's just like if you see the thing just take it and then be at peace with that. But also around the open I am quick to like move myself to break even and I'm quick to take profit and then be like that's it for the day.
okay. So when I'm coaching the clients that I work with, and I've ran into this many times where they're so tight, they're locked up, they just won't
Mm-hmm.
take a trade. What we do is we have a video conversation about what their A plus setup is, and I make them describe it to me like I've never taken a trade in my life. I want to know in detail what their A plus setup is, what they're looking for, all of it, and then for the next week, I watch every minute of every session that they were in, and I want to know where I see their A plus setup versus where they didn't take it. And
Okay.
if I see their A plus setup and they didn't take it, they have to explain to me why.
Yeah.
Because then we start to dig down to what's really keeping them from taking their trades. That usually only takes 2 or 3 times when they sit and have an uncomfortable conversation with their coach about why they didn't take that trade. I know you were trading that session, this time span. This is what you were looking at. Here's what I see coming. Here's the approach. There's your setup. Why didn't you take it? And just a couple of times, and I've usually knocked them off the fence to where, okay, now when they find the A plus setup, they'll take it. And then once we have some consistency with that, where they're taking them for a few days, they're starting to build trust with themselves again. Now we'll start looking at, okay, now we're going to expand to maybe what your A minus setup is, and that's how I will get them off the fence of not taking trades and get rid of that apprehension so that they will start trading again.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah, clarity on the setup. And then like for me it really was just making the priority just taking the trade. Because when I didn't take the trades, I could always in the moment have some sort of justification for why I didn't take it. Like I could always make something up that like, oh, I'm not going to take it because of this or this looks like whatever. But yeah, it was just fear based and it was very annoying. And it really like tanked my trading for a few months at least. And like it's been hard to get back on track since that. So I know a lot of us have problems with being too impulsive in our trading. And I'm sure a lot of people think like, oh, it would be nice if I could get to a point where I wait more and I hesitate more. But I think hesitating too much can be just as much of a problem as being too impulsive and taking too many trades. Oh,
It can be the personality of the trader.
right. Oh,
Either like that somebody button and somebody that will never click the button. Usually, so I can get a deeper understanding of who they are, and then I can start to figure out how it is. I can help them move into the direction that we need to go, whether that's not taking as many trades or whether that's starting to take more trades. And but it just takes a little time, and a lot of it is personality, but a lot of it is just we've been and I don't want to click the button. Yes, I want to be a trader and I want to do this, but right now I'm apprehensive about actually taking the trade, and that does happen.
right. Terry, you're cutting out a bit here, so I might let you go. I don't know if anybody in the chat can let me know. Is Terry also cutting out for you, or is it just on my end? You're on the road today?
I am. I am traveling now. I had a morning at the office, and I've only got to go a few hours away, and so hopped in the truck and away I went.
Okay, nice. Yeah, they're not letting me know if you're cutting out. Oh yeah, Rachel, is Terry on a speakerphone driving? It's probably the sound issue. Okay, yeah, you're cutting out. Okay, Terry, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for popping in and talking to me. So my plan, I'm just gonna keep on in the eval and just trade the minimum on the funded account until I'm really feeling like I'm solid on sticking with my process.
Yes, absolutely, and make sure. Obviously, we've talked about this before. That neutral state, but make sure you've got that. You've built that trust within yourself. You
Right.
said it before. You pass. Maybe you don't feel exactly perfect about it. Trade in the eval until you prove to yourself I'm good to go. And now you can get in,
Yeah.
take smaller trades because again, there's that added pressure. You went from process or eval to outcome and funded. So make sure that added pressure isn't affecting you, especially that first time or that first day you trade in that account.
Right.
And as
Yeah.
of course, and if you have any questions, you can call or text me or message me, whatever, anytime. Okay.
I will. Yeah, the first day I think on the funded account is the worst, right? Like for me in the past it
It
has
can be,
been.
yes,
Yeah. So it's just getting to a point where it's like not psyching yourself out about that
correct.
and just
Yes, and understand too. I guess everybody needs to understand the majority of the time. I mean, I've been coaching now for more than 10 years with a lot of traders, and most of the time, it's not their strategy, it's not their setup. It is what kind of trader shows up. Who are you under pressure? Okay, and we've got to understand that, and it's about the state that we are in. I talked to you about that neutral state. That's the most important thing we have got to do is understand what state we are in when we are trading. That changes everything.
all right. Okay, I'm going to keep paying attention to that and you'll know how it goes.
All right, you let me know, and
Okay.
well, I will reach out. And the next time you want to talk, if you want, I'll make sure I'm in a place where I'm not cutting out and not
Yeah, for
traveling.
sure. Okay, perfect. All right, well thanks for coming on, Terry.
Thanks. You have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Bye bye.
Bye. Okay, how do I more techno? Hey, I think I figured it out. Yeah, sorry guys. I hope Terry's audio wasn't too bad. These headphones really kind of distort the sound for me a bit. So I don't know. Um, Another like Terry was talking about that neutral state, and that's something that like I struggled with for a long time because I'm like, I don't know what my neutral is. So, what I've actually been doing recently, and it's been really helping me, and if you're in the Discord, you'll know that I've been doing this, is I've actually made like custom meditations for trading and for like different trading scenarios. So now I have my pre-trading one. I did a Monday one for the group on Monday, which was a little bit longer because I feel like coming back after the weekend, um, we can just be off. And I feel like Monday, maybe like FOMO hits harder than other days, and maybe we rush into things more. So I did one specific to Monday, but I do have one that I just listen to every day before I trade. It's like 4 or 5 minutes long. So now I have a rule that it's like, if I, and somebody else in the Discord had this too, I think it was Ken, where it's like, he's like, I wanted to listen to the meditation, but I was in too much of a hurry, so I didn't listen to the meditation. And then I went in and I overtraded all day and had a shitty session. And I wish I would have taken the time and listened to the thing. So now I have a rule where it's like, if I'm coming in so rushed that I don't have 4 minutes before I feel like I need to trade that I can listen to the meditation, then it's like I don't trade. So basically, it's just I force myself that I have to do this 4 minute guided meditation before I trade. And I find it like, so I hate meditating when it's just like, I'm okay with, I like guided meditations and breath work, but I hate meditating if it's just like, if someone was like, you have to just like go and sit in that chair for 5 minutes with your eyes closed in silence and like try to clear your head. I hate that. It drives me nuts. But I like the guided ones. And at the end of the guided meditation, I always kind of like, sometimes I sit there for longer because I'm like, okay, this is nice. The meditation ends and I'm still sitting there. But I do feel that that really helps me be in a neutral state. Definitely a very calm state. Like even just 4 to 5 minutes of it before the session, I'm finding makes a huge difference. And we had Frank on last week, and he was talking about like his wellness protocol that he has to follow. I recently started like a few weeks ago. I used to walk all the time. I used to walk the dogs in the morning. And I recently decided I'm going to start doing that again. Like every morning I have to be out the door by 6:30, walk for at least 30 minutes. And I think that's also really helping my trading because it's just like I feel like I've been out, I've been up, I've been productive. I feel good. I do my meditation and then I come into my trading session. So I would just say look at what you're doing before you're trading to help with that neutral state because like if I'm having a crazy hectic morning and like my son has just made a big mess or broken something or whatever, and then I go and I sit down and I try to trade 30 seconds later, I'm for sure not neutral. Like I need to do that 5 minute meditation after that happens and just delay the trading and wait for it to happen. Hey, I don't have anyone waiting to call in. So if anybody wants to call in and talk to me, if you've got any kind of issue in your trading that you want to discuss, this isn't like today. I know so far it's been about like passing an eval and then transitioning to funded. That's definitely, it doesn't have to be about that. So if you want to call in and talk about anything going on in your trading, then you can do that. The link is pinned in the chat. I had instructions for the audio, but I don't know where they are. And unfortunately, yeah, I don't think I can find them right now because I don't want to pull up like my text messages, which I think is where the link is, because then I'm fairly certain you guys would see my texts on the screen. So I don't, and it would, yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to do that. Perfect play. Perfect play. Last time I didn't realize that it was, I'm pretty sure that's Rob. Rob, is that you? Because after I saw it, and I was like, I know this logo, like it should be familiar to me. So I was like, hey, that's Rob. So Rob, if that's you, let me know. Anybody else, if you want to call in and we can talk about some stuff. Okay, so last time I put a trade on. This time I have Tradeovate. So just because I trade in Tradeovate, I like it better, the white background. So the fire lines are on TradingView. So they're only on TradingView, not Tradeovate. So I just in the morning, I just put the lines manually onto Tradeovate, and then I see them there, and I've been looking at them and trading them long enough that I know what's what. Like I don't need the little labels to kind of know what it is. Orlando has a question. Will Tyler be in the doghouse since he did not help with the tech issues? Yes. Yeah, I know he's hilarious because like so he's seen me start a YouTube channel and like he thinks it's just a great success. And of course, like I'm always like critical of whatever I do. So I'm like, yeah, it's an all right success. Um, but yeah, he's always like, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is going to be better than yours. And I'm like, you won't even like he wouldn't come down here because then he might like his face might be on the screen for 5 seconds. So yeah, I find it funny that he tells me he's going to start a YouTube channel. But yeah, he's not. I'm not going to be that upset with him. He was texting me saying like, "Hey, it's probably this," but like he's just so much better with tech stuff than I am that it's like it's frustrating because it's like you're not even here and you can figure out what the issue is. So it's like just come downstairs and look at the screen for 5 seconds and you know fix it for me. But yeah, Orlando, how did you do today? I don't think I saw a check in from you. You can just call in and tell me because nobody's calling in right now. No one has any trading problems. Maybe it's just been a really good week for everyone all around. I'm going to try to mute myself so I can drink. Please, someone tell me if this works. Because last time I was editing this and I took a drink of water, and because of the headphones, it was so incredibly loud that I was like, I'm going to be very self conscious about drinking water now. Yeah. Wet pens? What? Rachel, call in. I'd love to talk to you. I feel like I've been talking to you through YouTube for like uh, a long time. So I'd love to hear from you and you can tell me what's going on in your trading because you're not on the Discord anymore. So I feel like I really have no idea what's going on with you. Right now, I'm going to try to figure out how to mute myself so I can have a drink of water. See, again, this is probably something that Tyler could figure out for me. But okay, I'm just going to mute everything for a second and hopefully it works and you don't hear me. Please tell me my muting worked and you did not hear me because I feel like I have this throat thing going on and I drank just like extra loud and it would just sound disgusting. Okay, Rachel's waiting. I'm gonna bring Rachel on. Hello. I hear relaxing music in the background. Rachel's at the
Hey, can
spa.
you? Hey, can,
Oh, Rachel, you have to turn the YouTube off.
yes. No, I was just doing that. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you? Yep, I forget you're Australian.
Yeah, I know. How's my volume? Is that
I
right?
think it's good. Somebody else let me know though. I'll turn it up a little bit, but otherwise I think it sounds really good. So I'll just turn you up a little bit and it'll just be overly loud in my head. Oh,
Yeah,
let me.
I got a gamer headset on, so that might work.
It sounds really good to me. Guys, if Rachel's too quiet, just let me know in the chat. Lemming is saying that he could hear me drinking water and it was so loud. I really hope you're messing with me because it's yeah, it's she could Rachel could be louder. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna turn
Oh,
Rachel.
I
I can
hang on a
fix it,
sec.
Rachel.
Okay, I got volume on my side too, so I can give it
Are
a
you
try. How's
are
that?
you using the clean feed thing or
Yes, yes.
okay. I turned you up to 3 decibels. Let's do +4. I'm gonna need like hearing aids or something after having people so
Okay,
loud.
how is that?
I think it's good. Guys, is Rachel good? Okay, Rachel, tell
Hello, hey, hey, hey.
Okay, Rachel, tell me what's going on in your trading. It's been a while.
Yeah, I know. It's a long story, so I'm like, God, my story is, yeah, it's a long story, but I've improved a lot lately. I mean, I still listen in and do all the things, but I just wanted to cut all the exterior distractions out
Right.
and just not. I didn't want to listen to anybody.
Yep.
I just wanted to try to work it out on my own. And I know that's one of the hardest things to do. But I think sometimes you just have to, like you get sick of your own stuff and you just
Yep.
have to dig down and get it done.
Yeah. Okay, so where are you at now in your trading? Like, do you have anything that you think is like what? Okay, here's sorry. I'll do the rapid fire questions on you because last time people were like, "Hey, why didn't you ask this?" So, how long have you been
Yeah,
trading? It's going to be the
warm me up a little bit, and then I'll
yeah,
loosen up.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe
Okay,
I
how?
should have a glass. I'll have a glass of wine
I was
first.
thinking we
But
could we should drink
yeah,
on
that's
this.
what we should have, like a happy hour Friday.
That
Um,
I don't dislike that idea at all. Okay, sorry. How long have you been
yeah.
trading?
Okay, so I've been like 3 years in, but the
Okay,
first year I wasn't trading at all. I was a semi truck driver, and
right.
so I was listening to Top Step like non-stop because you're driving for 12 hours, 10 hours a day. So I would just listen to it because I was wanting to eventually move into something else, but I just found it more interesting than like trying to do something while I'm driving,
Right.
and so I was listening and listening for like non-stop Top Step for a year solid, and then 2 years I've been trying to do the prop firm stuff. And what I wanted to say was, it's been a lot of time, like a lot of trying, a lot of props. Not as much as everyone else, so I don't feel as bad as some, but I'm still probably about 200 in 2 years. But just small ones, just trying copy trading and then trying single accounts by
Right.
themselves. But I had to. What happened was I had like a family situation. I had to stop trucking immediately. So my mum had a stroke in
Right.
Australia, and so I'm like, oh, all right. And I had to go and look after her for a few months just to get her going again, just to make sure she was good. But in the meantime, I shut my truck business down here in Utah and sold my truck. So I had a lump sum that I've been living off for, like the past, you know, year and a half. And so that's really kept me afloat. And I've actually really come good just this last month.
Oh, good. Like you're with your trading?
Yeah,
Okay.
finally. But
Sorry,
I did,
Rachel, I have two more rapid fire questions. We'll just answer these really quick. What do you trade?
yeah. Yes.
ES, and
Yes.
what's your position size?
Now it's one full size.
Like one
One one
$50
mini.
point. Yeah, okay. Perfect.
One
Okay,
no, it's
sorry.
actually yeah. One mini. But
Um, okay,
what I
good.
was I'm sorry the delay.
I know. It's okay.
Yeah, I turn the chat off, everyone, so I don't get nervous. But anyway, yeah, so I used my truck money to just, like, I just got obsessed with the whole learning loop. I tried different things, different influences, and there was a lot of things I was going through. I think it was Mel, that last guest you had on last a couple weeks back, that he just got sidetracked with watching other traders,
Yeah.
trying to learn from other traders, and um, just just being sort of lost in that learning loop and where it comes down, where it relates to you. But I mean, it's hard when you see Rips and you see Dakota and you see everyone, and it's just like, oh my God, how am I ever going to get there? And then you start comparing yourself and you
Hmm.
just get down. So,
So, what's been working for you now?
what worked? I did something crazy, and
Okay.
everyone might get a kick out of it, right? Because
Okay.
I was having trouble one trade a day. I couldn't do it. I
Right.
couldn't do one trade a day.
It's not for
So
everyone.
yeah, so I did an experiment because I just wanted to prove to myself, just to see whether one trade a day was good or whether 5 trades a day might be better, right? But I had an appointment with my trade windows, so I had like, not necessarily take a trade, but when I would look at a trade. So I'd have the New York pre-market, I'd have the 15 minutes into the New York session, sort of like the orb timing, but I don't trade the orb. But I know everyone's on it, so I just want to see what happens with everybody at that point. And then I do the initial balance, then power hour, and then the Tokyo Open. So that was my 5 trades.
Okay. So you
Right.
spread them out over
Yeah,
basically.
so they weren't just random. They were
Yeah.
just, right, they're the 5 ones that I like to take. So what I
Okay.
did was I bought a 5 lot of accounts and I allocated every single one that trade window. And I
Okay.
experimented, yeah, I experimented on all of them. And um, the best one was the 45 minutes into the New York Open, and that one I passed, right?
Nice.
I finally passed after 2 years of trying
Yay.
to pass. I know it took forever, and so all the others were okay, but didn't perform as well. The next best one was the Tokyo Open, and then Power Hour was good, but closer to that MOC time, so it was like the last 10 minutes of the day.
All right.
Um, so that made me, like, after doing all that, I'm like, right, okay, it's New York, the 15-minute time, sort of like the 10 minutes, 15 minutes in, and the Tokyo Open that I liked.
Good. So
But
so you got rid of everything else?
yeah, I got rid of
Good.
everything else, and so yeah, that one's ended up being the best performer. So after all that, I just joined them all together, and now I'm just copy trading them. So I've got 4 that I'm just trying to pull up and pass, but I'm copy trading them with the one that I did pass.
Nice. How's it going in the funded account? Because just we've been talking about
It's
that today.
I know it's good, and something also too. What you what Terry was talking about was I I got $100. Like, I've been close to passing before, and I've blown the account. Like, I've got
Yeah.
like $10 short of passing and kept trying to trade it and just end up losing it and just
Yep.
getting so angry at myself for getting like that. And this time I'm like, right, okay, I was $100 short, and I'm like, oh, shut it down. Like, I just
Good.
swapped it out,
Good.
and then I came back the next day, and then I was like 4 ticks short the next day. 4 ticks, and I'm like, no, shut it down. And
Good.
then
Yeah.
Monday, I'm like, I got it, but I'm like, I got it past. So,
Good. So
yeah,
and you've started trading the funded account now?
yeah, I've started, and I just do the same thing. Um, I'm just doing exactly the same thing that
Good.
I did to get that one passed. Um, yeah, but I actually stopped trading micros because it was taking me so long, and I know this is going to be counter what you guys teach and what you guys talk about, but I mean, you might be able to relate because what happened was, like, I drove past McDonald's, right, and their starting wage is like $12.50 an hour, right? And I'm thinking, that's 1 tick of ES. That's 1 tick. 1 tick of ES. Like, I only have to make 10 ticks, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, no, I really only have to do 8 because the most 8 hours is a working day,
Yep.
right? So, okay, so my number one goal was make minimum wage. So I'm like, all I need is 10 ticks of ES. So I'm just, yeah, I know.
I don't think it's if it's working for you and you did it and you passed the evaluation and you're calm doing it, then I think it's totally fine. And I don't think
Yeah,
it's bad that it was based on like, okay, this is the dollar amount. Like Because it
I
probably
leave.
brought your expectations down, right?
Yeah, the micros took so long and I just was not getting anywhere, and I was just getting so frustrated with trading micros. And I know a lot of people are probably trying, like, you're trying to do the right thing, trying to trade micros, but it's like, okay, well, everyone has a number, right? So everyone has a number that they need, and most of it is like just covering your day job at the start, right? I'm only still a new trader. I feel fairly new at trading, so I'm just talking from my experience. But I'm like, that was the first thing I wanted to cover, was cover a job, and then you can just compound after that. But so far, I'm still happy with one full size contract. I'm on a 50K account, and I trade one super tiny time frame, and
Okay.
so I'm just trading the 1,000 tick chart, and I have a 20/40 stop and take profit on the
Okay.
ticks, and that's it. That's it. And I actually do line up. I line up with the 15 minute, and I also do the higher time frame top down analysis, and I'm always make sure I'm moving with the higher time frame. But my trades are based on the 15 minute.
So you're not taking any like outsized losers, right? Like you're not.
No, no,
Okay.
I've got my loss limit set at 200. And I've actually got because now with Tradeovate, they've changed their settings, and their settings, like you, sorry, I'm just looking at it now. Like, you used to not be able to
Right.
prevent changes, but now you can. So as soon as that 200 gets hit, it locks out, and that's
That's it.
my one and only. I only just take one trade, so
Good.
that's it.
Perfect. I mean, if it's working for you, then that's good. I was trading like in those longer term evals that I was in. I was trading two micros all the time on $50,000 accounts. Two micros, and
It
it was
just
like
takes forever.
it was
It's taking me forever.
it was taking forever. And yeah, what would happen with me is I would get impatient, and then one day it would just be like F it, and I'd blow up the account, and then I'd have to start over, two micros in these Apex ones that I've been trading. And like I said, I think it's because I didn't really care about them very much.
Yeah, and that's what happens. I think that's it, because you know, 2 points in micros, it's 2 points in a full size. It's the
Yeah.
same trade. You
Well,
know.
in my evals, I've been doing so now. Like I can't really do that because I've been trading five micros in the evals, and for me, like five micros, it is so easy to make like
Yeah,
$300. And if I make $300 on the day, I'm like, awesome. That's lots.
yeah, that is, and that's it. I think, because and how I've got my whole week planned is I just try to make 2% per week
Mhm.
on the account, and then I just divide that by three, because you're not going to win 5 days a week. So I
Right.
just divide it by three and try and hit that number. So if I hit that number 3 times a week, I've got like a weekly profit target, and it just locks me out. I don't even care
Good.
anymore, and that's huge for me, because I was a total
Yeah.
degen. Like, I
Yeah.
was doing
Okay.
all the bad stuff before.
Right.
Like, I was revenge trading, over trading, getting pissed off, and
So,
like, just
yeah, what would you
yeah.
say your trading was like at its worst?
Um, just knowing that you break your own rules, like, and just feeling so bad about yourself, and
Yeah.
it's being so hard on yourself, and um, just that pain of after the pain after in yourself. It's just
Right.
like you feel awful. So just the losses being bigger. And I used to look at it, because even now, the one I passed, um, like, all my winners are one trade a day now. and the losers would be like five trades or more. So now I'm just like, the second like today, my trade didn't quite take off, but I didn't. I ended up only $88 up, but I got it across all my accounts. It's only little, but before I used to keep going until I hit my DLL for sure. Instead of now I'm $88 up. It's not the 300 or 400 that I want, but it's okay. It's not red. Yeah. I'm like, yep. I just shut it out, and that's it.
Yeah, and it adds up quickly.
It does. It adds up fast.
Okay, well, that's good. It sounds like you found something that's working for you.
Yeah.
So good. Just keep doing that. What do you have to watch out for? Like, is there anything that you're like, that, if I do this, it's going to derail me?
I think I think they say it takes like a good 3 years to get that stuff out of your system, all the bad habits, and I just feel really a lot more light in myself, like, right, I know my setup, I know what I'm looking for, just keep doing what you're doing, just keep doing it, keep doing it. So
do you have a lot of financial pressure right now? Because I know, like you said, you have savings.
Yeah, I still got a little bit there, and right now my partner is covering the bills, so I don't have any pressure. So
good.
Lucky.
Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, I need to, I need to just turn the corner and start getting, a regular paycheck. But I'm only just at that point. So
don't worry about the payouts.
I'm not even worried about it, but just not behaving how I've done in the past. Like, yeah.
It's just as soon as you start thinking about those payouts, then it's going to be like, and do what, I don't know if you saw Wesley's video, but do what he says where it's like, because he's got 80 funded accounts, or he did at one time. I know some of them, like, maybe have gone under or whatever, not his accounts, like the companies.
Yeah.
But what he tells people to do is set the target farther out. So, like, if the target to get a payout is $3,000, set your target at $4,000.
Yeah.
And that way, when you're getting close to $3,000, you don't start panicking and then do the thing like when you're close to passing an eval, except close to getting a payout and blow the account.
Yeah, I still took the same trade, but I had the profit target set to lock out the account as soon as I hit where I needed to keep it.
Yeah.
So that's the only time I do that is when, one of them is that close. I just have the profit target lock out when it hits it. So, but yeah.
Good. Well, it sounds like you're doing really well. That's awesome to hear.
Yeah, I think you just have to knuckle down and just really, go inside yourself and just get it done. Like, it's, you got to think, like, what is it costing you to keep doing the stupid stuff?
Yeah, and not just the financial cost, right? Like,
yeah, your mental health and everything. So, yeah.
Oh, well, that's really good. Okay. Keep going on it. Keep doing what you're doing. And then let us know when you've taken your payouts.
Okay. Well, yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for listening to me too. It's just like I'm so nervous to call in. I've never called in, and yeah, I probably just sound like a dork, but anyway, keep going. No,
you sound totally fine. And I mean, I think it's good for other people to hear that perspective, because we do have this conversation sometimes where it's like, if you're trading the 2 micros, yes, we know that's smart. We know it's good to manage our risk. We know it reduces our emotions. But then it does get to a point where it's when does that lack of patience come in and then outweigh all the work that you put in trading 2 micros every day?
Yeah, and if you're after just such a small amount to get your happy number and, your number that you need, and just do that. Don't worry about what you see from everybody else. Like it
Yeah.
took me ages to work that out. Like, all
Well, and I
right, why
think
don't I just trade a full size on a tick chart?
I
Yeah,
think the difference too, though, like, okay, so I used to, when I first started trading, I was like, my goal is $500 a day. Fine,
yeah,
whatever. But I didn't have any strategy. So I was just going in every day randomly trying to make $500, and it was a disaster. So if your happy number is whatever, $200, $300, whatever it is, if you're
yeah,
going in and you have a strategy behind it now, then I think that's
yeah,
fine. And you're respecting your loss limit. You're not taking those huge outsized red days, then I don't see a
yeah.
problem with it.
Yeah, and I would say, I mean, I trade ES too. I don't trade NQ like most of you guys trade NQ, so it's different. But
Hate
like
ES.
I feel like I can watch the tick move without it freaking me out. Like
Yep.
it's like, okay, it's okay, it's okay. You don't need that many. You only need that many, and then eventually I can go to 2 and go to 3. If I get to 3 one day, I'll be happy there.
Yep.
But even I would say to everyone, if you like trading 3 trades a day or 5 trades a day, whatever, just buy 3 accounts or buy 5 accounts and just allocate one per
Yeah.
account. That way you're only trading one in, and work out which one
And
works the best. It
yeah,
was a
and you can
huge
track it.
game changer. Yeah, it was good for tracking and data because it's like, okay, well, you're the orb trade, you're the power hour trade, you're the Tokyo trade, so what
Yep.
isn't working here?
No,
Yeah,
I think that's
so
really good that you just went and experimented with it. Figured out
yeah,
what works, and now you're just going ahead and doing that. So that's really good.
all right, well, thanks everyone for letting me ramble on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go because I
You
just jumped in the deep end and yeah.
you were
Thanks.
rambling on. Thanks for calling in. Let me call back if you're having any issues or you want to keep us updated. It's, like a
Yeah, I
it's
just
a casual show. It's not like, you know.
I know. I just wanted to knuckle down and do my own thing. I didn't want any outside distractions, and that's where I
Good.
went from. That's where I'm at now. So yeah,
Yep.
it's all good.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for calling in, Rachel.
All right, thanks everyone. Thanks.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know about this comment. ES is for traders and Q is for gamblers. I think that's Rob. Rob, is that you? Um, yeah, I know since I started the YouTube channel, people have been telling me to switch to ES, but honestly, I look at ES and I don't know. I don't see the big difference between like, and maybe I haven't looked at it enough, but like the days that I do look at it, I'll be like, okay, NQ had this slightly wild move. Maybe ES didn't have that. And then I go and look at ES and I'm like, it looks like ES also had that. So I don't know. It just, to me, it looks slow. And it's like I said to Rachel, for me on NQ, it's incredibly easy to just like grab 30 to 50 points. And that's, on 5 micros. So I'm still trading micros, getting 30 to 50 points, making $300 to $500. I don't know what I'd have to do. It just seems harder to do it on ES. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Those are my thoughts on ES. And I've been looking at the NASDAQ for every day for the last 3 years. Rob is saying yes, much slower. Um, yeah, I don't know. I keep telling people that like one of these days I'm going to do an experiment where I trade ES instead of NQ, but I look at ES and then I just kind of can't bring myself to do it. So I don't know. If I really get to a point where I'm like, I can't do this on the NASDAQ, then I guess I'll switch to it. Yeah, you trade the ES Mini. Um, Wild berries, we don't have. There's no like defined question or topic. It's just we started the show off talking about because I passed my eval and I've been in like eval purgatory for, it's embarrassing, 7 months. I was funded. I got some payouts. I lost my funded account, and then I was going slow and steady on the evals. And like I said, I would just basically run out of patience, get pissed off, lose the account, start over, do the same thing over again. And then I guess finally, I think the shift for me was switching to like the cheap Apex accounts, the intraday trailing drawdown, which I had gotten away from, and then trading 5 micros instead of 2. And now I don't know if I should, in the funded account, because like I was talking to my husband, he doesn't trade, but obviously he's been hearing about my trading for years. And I said, like, okay, in the funded account now I have to size down. I can't trade the 5 micros anymore. So I'm like, that kind of sucks. And then he's like, well, if it worked in the eval, why don't you just stick with the 5 micros? It's a $50,000 account, so $2,000 drawdown. And honestly, I don't know. I really don't know, because it's like same thing Rachel was saying with the patience. Like, I know we should have the patience. I know I should be trading 2 micros, but I don't know. It's the 5 micros just seems much easier. And like when I trade around the open, which some people will get on my case for doing, like today I got in 2 minutes into the session. I'll see if I can find my trade on here. We're on the 5 minute. So it's okay. My trade looks really pathetic on the 5 minute. So this is, okay, so I've got on this chart here, these are the fire lines. So that's the IP. I just manually put them on here. And that's this upper value level, the yellow one here. And then these two lines are the opening 1 minute range. So I've been trading and looking at the opening 1 minute range for a long time. Oh my God, where is it? Sorry. Okay, so that's the trade I took today. It's a pretty small trade. It was like 22 points or something. And it was basically just, I was looking at price was above this IP. And then we broke the opening range. Sometimes I look for this to be a failed breakout, but I guess while I was watching this candle, it looked more like it's going to break out instead of failing. So I took the trade, put the stop there, and just bailed pretty quickly for like that 22 points. But on 5 micros, that's $220, which to me is, I think it's a lot. Like, I'm very happy with that. The ultimate play that I was looking at was it coming, breaking here, possibly waiting for the retest of the opening range, and then going with the target up to this yellow level here, this upper value. I don't know. I think did it go higher to the, I think it went higher to the other fire lines. I'll put it on the 5 minute again. Yeah, so if I was trading the smaller size, like the 2 micros, then I think I would have been better at just like leaving the stop there, taking it and letting it play out up to here. So I might have got a better trade. I don't know. I'm pretty content when trading around the open to just be aggressive on moving my stop to break even, and then being aggressive on taking profit and just being happy with what I got, and then quitting for the day. Like, I didn't feel any sort of need to get back in. Donna, hey. Donna, I think you said you were gonna call in. Dr. Dilpreet Singh, legacy accounts are back, sticking to the micros, no calendar limit on passing. Yeah, okay, so I was actually wondering about this with Apex traders, because when I first started trading, when I first started with prop firms, I was trading with Apex, so I was trading the legacy accounts, but I was a just terrible trader, so it really didn't matter what kind of drawdown or what kind of rules. I was going to be blowing the accounts anyways. So I never really did well with the legacy accounts, and now I just came back, and I think I'm in one of the newer ones. What is better about the legacy accounts? Is it the payouts are better? I guess it doesn't, you don't only have the 30 days to pass. And then what's the other thing? The payouts? Like, are the payouts not limited? And I know I'm an affiliate, so I should know this, but is that the big appeal of the legacy accounts? Is that you can take larger payouts on them than you can on these newer ones? Somebody let me know. If you're excited about the Apex legacy accounts being back, let me know why. I guess that's my question. Um, okay. Yeah, so sorry, wild berries. There's no defined question. It's just like whatever problem you're having in your trading right now, call in. I know Terry didn't have a problem. He was just helping me talk through um, what goes on between passing the eval and then switching to the funded account because, like, we see it so often where traders pass and then they blow the funded account like on day one. Okay, so on the legacy accounts, you're saying no calendar limit is the big appeal for me. Okay, yeah. I think that, I don't know. In my eval, I kind of liked the calendar limit almost because, like, like, when I traded them before with the rebill, I always just treated that as like I would be rushing to get it passed before the rebill anyways. So I think I like it better that it's just like the 30 days and then it's done. But I can see the point where it's like if you're only $500 away from passing and then you get to the 30 days and you lose all your progress, then that would suck. Um, oh no, Disciplined Futures Trader, you should call in. I'd like to hear about this. Rachel was nervous. Hey guys, I got to drink some water. I know Lemming said that you could hear me, but Chris said that you couldn't, so I'm going to mute myself and drink some water. I've had this sore throat issue going on for like 2 weeks. It's super annoying. Um, okay, what am I muting here? I'll just mute everything. Okay, again, I really hope that muting worked. I am going to be horrified if I go back and like watch this or go to edit it and hear that because I feel like I'm just drinking so loudly. Oh, Donna's waiting. Okay, let's talk to Donna and then Disciplined Futures Trader. I'd love for you to call in and talk to me after Donna because I would like to hear what happened. Yeah, and Disciplined Futures Trader, before I answer Donna, I talked about this at the beginning because like I passed on Monday and then I was like, I'm not going to start trading this thing for at least a few days because I've seen people do it. I've never passed one where you can start trading it the very same day, but I've definitely seen other people do that where they're like, I went into the funded account and then they lose it within like an hour or something. And I think it's just like pretty devastating. Okay, so I'm going to talk to Donna and then we're going to talk to Disciplined Futures Trader because I want to hear about what happened today with getting the funded accounts and then blowing the funded accounts and maybe how we can stop that from happening next time. Okay, so let's get Donna in here. Donna, can you hear me? Uh-oh, I can't hear Donna. Oh, you're very quiet. Let me just turn this up. Okay, you're definitely louder for me. You're a bit quiet, guys. And if someone in the chat could let me know if you can hear Donna. What are you? I'm gonna.
My AirPods.
You have your. Sorry, you're using headphones.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I wish Tyler was here to deal with this for me.
But
I'm.
I'm gonna take them off because. Okay.
Yeah. Try it out.
Did you hear me? Did you hear me?
I can hear you. Did you get rid of the headphones?
Oh, wait. Okay. Could you hear me now?
Oh, you're saying this. The sound is terrible, Donna.
Oh God! All right. I clicked headphones and it's not green, so the sound is terrible. All right.
Are you using headphones?
No, now I'm not.
Let's try this. How's it now?
I hear you
I
clear.
can I can hear you now. Guys, it's
Okay.
um okay. I Guys, Donna must be louder now. Can someone in the chat let me know? Okay, Donna, what's going on in your trading? They'll let me know if we need to change the audio a bit.
You sound like me, my story. I've been trading for 3 years. March will be 4 years next March.
Okay,
And I learned on my own by using YouTube, but I'm a strategy hopper.
okay,
I'm a strategy hopper, and I over leverage, and I let my emotions get to me. And I got my last payout in February. I passed evals, but I blew them, and now I'm paper trading.
okay. I. How long have you been paper trading for now?
Uh, a week.
Okay, how's it going? Are you following the rules paper trading, or are you kind of going crazy with it?
Yes, I am following the rules. It's been about a week and a half, and twice I triggered. I oversized, and I did what the old Donna would do. But I'm following a supply and demand trading strategy. Really, it's very uncomfortable to wait when I used to gamble, more or less. But I don't want to gamble anymore, and I want to be a professional trader who's consistently following her plans and rules, taking one or two trades a day, as opposed to taking 60 a day and getting out under 50 seconds. I'm a scalper. But this way, I tested about 15 trades and I journaled them. And my longest trade time was 27 minutes, and I got $244 out of one micro. I'm trading with one micro, supply and demand.
Sorry, Donna. I'm just trying to figure out your audio. Guys, is she sounding better now? Because it's like I'm having a hard time hearing you, but tell her to talk into the mic. Donna, what are you on a phone or a computer?
I'm on my iMac computer.
Okay. It's supposed to work. Tyler said it works good on the computer. I just don't know what setting to put on for you because
Do you want me to go into settings?
I can change the settings.
Okay.
So I just can't. I can't figure out. Yeah, Wild Berries Trade says it's all over the place.
Uh, that's me typically. Can you hear me better now? Because I have
Yeah,
it on
I can hear you better now.
I have it on iMac microphone.
Donna, this is good now. Okay, sorry. What's going on in your trading now? Sorry about that.
Okay. Okay. So I've been trading for 3 years.
Yep.
I'm a strategy hopper, and I over leverage and oversize, and I take scalps on 50 seconds and 1 minute, and I'm all over the place.
Okay.
Um, and my last payout was February, but I have no more money, so I'm paper trading. And paper
Okay.
trading, supply and demand.
Okay. When you got the payouts, were you trading on a plan or did you just get lucky?
No, I wasn't plan. I never. I was trading 5 minute strategies. When a
Okay.
candle passed the candle, I would get
Okay.
in. It's somewhat a strategy, but not really. I'm a strategy hopper.
Okay. So it was kind of inconsistent. It wasn't something that would be easily repeatable.
Right.
Okay. So
Oh,
then some element of luck to it for sure. Have you ever had
yeah.
anything that worked well for you in your trading?
No.
Okay. Have you ever
Uh,
had a time in your trading where felt like your discipline was good? Like you stuck to the plan every day for at least 2 weeks?
now. Now
Okay.
is, yeah.
Okay. So what are you
I,
doing now?
I
Supply and
found,
demand.
yes, supply and demand. I mark my levels based on the higher time frame trends, and I go on the 15 minute, and if it's an uptrend and it breaks the swing high, I mark the area, which I wait for it to retest, and then I get in.
Okay,
And it's been working.
good. What do you? Sorry, you got to do the rapid questions real quick. What do you trade?
NQ.
Okay,
And
and
sometimes
sorry,
gold.
sometimes gold. Okay, what's your position size on NQ?
1 micro at the moment. Years and 6
3 years.
months.
Okay, you're really keeping track of it.
Oh God, I love it, but I hate it. The fact that I am not disciplined. I trade emotionally.
Right.
Before the supply and demand strategy
Okay.
was working.
How long have you been trading in a disciplined way where you're following your rules and you're not trading emotionally?
2 weeks.
Okay. What's different about now than, say, 3 weeks ago?
I realized that a type of person who has to be in charge of the process. I'd like to fix everything, and I'm working with the therapist.
Okay,
You
good.
know, if you know, and she's working with me to not emotional. So that's been the kicker. I let the trade. Oh, and I set an alert. So I set and forget. If the alerts come and it's good to trade, I set the trade up and I walk away. And I only won one trade like this, $244. I would have
Nice.
been out in 20 pips or 20 points,
Yeah.
but it hit 100 points and I was so happy. So I'm starting to see that a mature person doesn't gamble in
Nice.
trade. Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing good now. You're trading 1 micro, you're doing supply and demand. You're kind of doing the set it and forget it thing, or you've done it at least once where you've seen that it works, where you put the trade on, you leave it to do its thing, and it does its
Right.
thing without you. Are you going to
Right.
continue doing that, like the set and forget?
Well, I don't. I'm like you. I'm comfortable with taking 20, points or 30 points or 40 points.
Yeah,
But this setting and forgetting, it's making me 100 points. I
yeah,
don't need much, and I want to size up when I find out my strategy is consistent.
right. This is good. How long are you going to give yourself on sim with the 1 micro? Like, or how many trades? Do you have like a trade goal where it's like I'm going to do 50
I think
unplanned trades?
yeah, yeah. 50 goal is my
Okay.
goal, and so far I have 15.
So far you have 15 and you're on your way to 50. Okay, good. You sound like did you watch Christopher's episode? Cuz
No,
it's so
no.
similar to I had Christopher on, he's in the Discord. He was I don't know if he's still on here now, but like he was a bit of a disaster in his trading. He came in the Discord one day and he's like said he was using the coin flip method and I was like
Yeah,
okay. I was like,
yeah.
we need to work on this. What's going on with you? And then he did a lot of work. He found this supply and demand course. He switched to supply and demand. He started doing set it and forget it. He set a goal for himself of doing 100 consecutive on plan trades. And he really turned things around for himself. Like he's a completely different trader now and much more relaxed. It's been so good for him. He's on 89 now. So
Oh
it's
wow.
just, you were saying that. And I'm like, did she see I'm like, she it sounds a lot like
Yes,
what's this?
I did
Okay.
see. I remember the course coin toss, but I didn't get that strategy from him. I
I,
was really mad at myself,
yeah,
because I wanted to work, and I don't want to be high strung and excited about taking a trade.
right.
It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Okay.
I think it's so great at what you're doing. I can't believe I would have been watching you since day one, or
Oh,
1,000 followers, and I was like, this girl has it going. Yeah.
oh, thanks. Yeah, it's I just started it because like I felt like such a loser because like I was watching like what Rachel said. She's watching Rips, she's watching Dakota, she's watching Top Step TV, she's watching all these other people, and they're taking these huge payouts and they're making money, and it's just like easy for them. And I just felt like I'm a loser. I'm the only one who can't get my shit together. I'm the only one who's like been at this for a few years and can't make money. So I was like, I'm just going to make a channel for the people who feel like I feel, to be like,
Yeah.
hey, you're not the only ones who are like struggling with this. And then through doing this, I've come to learn that like, and I'm not saying Rips or Dakota or anybody, but that a lot of these people that we've watched weren't actually good traders, and they were just able to make it appear that way and sell themselves as like really good profitable traders to make money on the YouTube side. So that's why I
Mm,
started it. So I'm glad you've been watching for since the beginning.
yeah. And what's your name, by the way?
Everybody just calls me DGen. We had this conversation on the last live streams in November if I was going to go with like my name, and everyone's like, no, just stay DGen. So I was like, okay, I guess that's my name now.
All right. Nice to meet you, DJen, and all your fans out there. Good luck with trading. Don't give up. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think. Hang on, Donna. Just like,
Okay.
I think you probably got to a good place in your trading where things went badly enough that you were willing to go, okay, I'm going to go back to sim. You slowed down. You're down to a micro. You changed what you were doing. Um, so it's like, if you're willing to change, then don't give up. If you keep doing the same thing and it's like clear you're not going to change, then I think you do have to give up. Because I don't like seeing people just like becoming gambling addicts and staying stuck in that.
Right.
So,
Right.
but you're making the
Right.
changes.
Yeah, I am. And, I'm also in AA. So, that's kind of similar,
It
Got to
is.
change. You got to change people, places, and things. But I got to, yeah. So,
Sorry, guys. I don't know if my phone is giving me an emergency alert. Very annoying. Sorry about that. Okay, so now what do you think you need to do to stay on course?
I think,
Oh, I took my AirPods off.
yeah.
Oh, this stupid thing. Sorry, I'll just try to get them working. Okay.
Could you hear me again? Or
Yeah, it's just there was some emergency alert through the phone and it took them off. Sorry, so what do you need to do now, do you think, to stay on course with what you're doing? To not slip back into what you were doing before?
I gotta set, not rush. Take one trade. I find that the live trading is giving me anxious and excitement or urgency. But I learn to calm that down and I wait for my setup.
Okay,
And I only take 1 to 2 trades.
good.
But I pray. I do all sorts of work beforehand, and
Right.
yeah. So
Yeah. Good. Well, it sounds like you're on the right track now. Um, Keep doing what you've been doing. Really stick with it because, like I said, with Christopher going for those 100 trades on plan, 100 on plan trades, like it's really made a big difference. And he went from like 2 years never passing an eval. Then I don't know how many funded accounts he has now, but like it's really made such a huge difference in his trading and like his stress levels and all of that. So stick with it.
yeah, and yeah, this trading is gonna bring me prosperity. I have faith.
Have faith, but don't focus on the prosperity too much. Just execute your process.
Oh, I know, but one micro contract is unheard of for me. So I'm doing it. So
When
I'm
you
doing it.
do go back into like a prop firm eval, are you going to stick with the one micro? Like, what's your plan for going back in after the sim trading?
one micro until I feel that my nerves got less and I'm consistently doing well. Not getting changing my stop loss and changing my take profit. I might paper trade for like 100
Yeah,
instead of 50.
that's fine.
Because
Yeah,
I want to fine tune my strategy and myself.
good. Don't you wish that this is what you would have done from the beginning?
Yeah, but it wasn't my time. You
I
know.
know, but it's just like because sometimes, occasionally, like somebody who's just like a couple months into trading will stumble across my channel and let me know, and I'm like, please do this. Like, don't do the thing that we all did and spend like 2 or 3 years and like thousands of dollars and
Oh, I
all
know,
the
I
rest of
know.
it.
But Rips and Dakota, I'm sure learned the hard way. I'm sure they
Yeah,
learned the hard way.
Dakota's. I think like when I was watching Top Step TV, Dakota said he had been trading for like 10 years or something. So like,
I
he's
think 13 years.
yeah.
13 years.
So he's been at
So
it for a while. Okay,
yeah,
Donna, that's awesome that you've turned things around. Give me an update when you're like when you've got so many trades and you're ready to kind of like switch over back into an
yeah.
eval and let me know.
September, October, I will check back.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for calling in.
Bye bye. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Bye.
Okay, what happened to Wildberries was in there waiting for a minute. Um, okay, Disciplined Futures Trader, are you still here? Because I really want to know what happened with your um, the thing that we've been talking about today, the evals to the funded and the blowing up the funded accounts. Because you said you passed 2 funded accounts on my funded futures and blew them today too. So I would like you to call in and let me know what happened with that. Has it happened before? And what's your plan for next time? Um, okay, try to catch up with the chat here. Um, yeah, so I guess with the audio, like I'm gonna have to make myself some sort of like audio reminder cheat sheet. I had a thing made to put on. I put it on my website for people who call in to like show them what settings to use, but then I forgot to put that link up, and now I don't want to go into my text messages to get it because then you guys will see my text messages, and I don't know. I don't know what's in there. Um, okay, so I really would like to talk to Disciplined Futures Trader. Disciplined Futures Trader, if you are still here, click the link again to call in and I'll bring you in right away because I want to know what happened with blowing up those accounts. If you're here and you're not going to call in, I would say, okay, it's Wednesday today. You passed accounts, you blew up accounts today. Don't trade for the rest of the week. I know nobody likes taking time out of trading, but give yourself at least 2 full trading days off from trading before you go into another eval or anything. Because I've seen this with a lot of people, and I did it before myself, where it's just like you're on tilt or whatever, or it's like you're on these crazy just dopamine spikes and crashes, and it just keeps you in tilt. So I think you do need like a good, decent break from it to get yourself out of it. So, Disciplined Futures Trader, if you're hearing me, don't trade for the rest of the week, please. And if you're hearing me, call in. I'd like to talk to you. Okay. Someone's asking about the Apex Legacy account. Is it still the 30%? I think it would just be whatever the rules used to be on the old Apex accounts would apply to these legacy accounts. Um, um, I don't fully understand that question. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to catch up here. Um, okay, there's nobody calling in right now, so if anybody wants to call in and talk about what's going on in their trading, then you can do that. We're getting close to the close here, so I don't trade this time of day ever. I used to, and it was a disaster, but it looks like we really didn't go anywhere today. I know a lot of people are not enjoying this summer trading, but I kind of don't mind it because it's almost like, yeah, Orlando, we won't look at the text. I don't know because it's like I would be pulling up the texts with Tyler and it could, I just don't know because it could be like the last, and it's on my computer. So it's like, it doesn't just show like two texts, it shows, and it could be like, the last one could be like, oh, can you grab eggs or whatever when you're out? Or it could be who knows what we might have been talking about. So I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna bring it up. I feel like I've kind of got the audio stuff sorted out. So um oh, Christopher, hit the wrong place on my phone just as you mentioned my video and it closed. Oh, Christopher, I was just telling them because like her story sounded somewhat uh familiar to yours where she was all over the place, she was stressed out, and then she's now switched to supply and demand and she's just aiming she's gone on sim, she's trading one micro and she's just aiming to get like 50 to 100 trades, to see if it's working and to sort of like calm down and detach from all the craziness. So when she said that, I was like, did you see Christopher's episode? And then kind of changed based on that, but she hadn't seen it. She heard of your coin flipping method, but not the other. Hey, Christopher, if you want to call in quick and let us know what's going on with your, I don't think she's not. I don't think she's no. She can't be in the group. I'm going to say no. She's not in the group. Christopher, if you want to call in quick and let us know what's going on, because I know your um, schedule has kind of changed. Whereas, like before, you were doing set it and forget it, and then and then going to work. Um, and now that's kind of changed a little bit, where you have access to the charts all day. So if you want to call in and talk about that a little bit, we can. If you don't want to, that's fine too. I really wanted to hear from Disciplined Futures Trader about these blown funded accounts today, but it seems like they are not here anymore, so that's unfortunate. Um, uh, oh, Wildberries Trades, what do we call you at DGen Rehab? Yeah, like Donna asked, everyone just started calling me DGen months ago, and that has stuck. So much so to the point that now my husband, if he's bugging me, just refers to me as DGen. So hopefully it doesn't just fully take over and like in a few years everyone just calls me DGen. Because it is strange having your, first name change later into life. Okay, so it looks like the market is closing soon. This black line down here is just the opening 1 minute range. I've been using that in my trading for a long time. I kind of got away from it for a while. And then I noticed that I stopped using it for a while. And then I stopped marking it on my charts. But then I kept noticing like I just kept seeing the trades of like either price breaking out or the break and retest of it, or I also trade the failed breakout of the opening 1 minute range. And I was like, I gotta put this on my chart and I need to trade them again because it does hold up and I see it all the time. And like lots of times, like days like today, I would not be surprised if price just comes back down to that where we started in that range. Rachel, yeah, you should start merch with a super gen like Wonder Woman character. My husband designed, uh, with the help of AI, he designed a t-shirt for me based on a t-shirt that I own but the t-shirt that I own is like it's like a 20-year-old, more than 20-year-old like velvet revolver t-shirt, and it's got like this like hot girl sitting on a gun, and I'm pretty sure she's naked with like high boots on, and he's like, we need to make one like that of you for a t-shirt, and I was like, no one's gonna wear that. So yeah, so no merch because I put Tyler in charge of it, and that's what I got. Okay, I'm gonna bring Christopher on. I'm excited to talk to Christopher. It's been a while, other than like Discord. Hey, Christopher, you're on.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, sorry, let
Good.
me
Yeah, you got to turn YouTube off.
YouTube. There you go. Just like trying to figure this out.
That's okay. Okay, let's. I'm gonna turn your volume up a bit.
Sure.
Okay, let's see. Say something.
Hi, can everyone hear me?
I can hear you. I've got a bad echo on my end. You guys, do you hear me echoing?
I'm calling you from my iPhone, so I don't know.
Are you on headphones or no?
No, I just have it on speaker.
Okay, I'm gonna try this. I really need to get better at this. Let's try this. No, that was
Can
worse.
you hear me now?
Oh, you know what? I can hear you perfectly. Great.
Great. Thanks.
Okay.
Great to catch your show.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. Do you want to sort of like catch it? So I was saying a bit, you had this situation where you would set your trades in the morning, literally set it and forget it, go to work, and then leave it. But now you're not going to work. So how's that going with like having the availability to trade all day?
So well, let's see. If I'm not being stupid, I do fine. If
Okay.
I if I think I'm going to be smarter than I am, then I do stupid things. So I haven't really broken any rules, but I've been my top step account is my challenge account, and I'm on 89 trades. None of my setups hit today for that one, so there's no trade on that one. The other five accounts that I copy trade are Lucid, and I have one my funded futures account. And I'm looking for like smaller, lower time frames on those accounts. Those are the ones I'm been experimenting with this like inverse R, like a zero point 0.5 R.
Right. Okay.
And what I have been finding is if I just let the trade play out, I probably would win, 90% of these, 95% of the time. But then if I'm watching it, I'll get nervous and I'll close the trade early for
Okay.
either a small loss or, you know, break even type thing. And that's not really my style for trading, and I shouldn't be doing it that way. But that's kind of like I'm having like one good day where I don't watch the charts, and then I'll start to watch the charts and then I'll get over invested in it. So today I was doing that when I saw when I saw that you were live, and I just closed the screen and went to the gym, to kind of
Good.
get out of that.
Sorry, you're going to hear me drinking water.
There you
Um,
go. Yeah.
okay, so how are you going to stay away from the charts now that they're available to you all the time? You know what works for you, right? Like you figured that out.
Yeah.
So how are you going to just stay away from it and do what you had been doing?
Yeah. That's going to be a good skill to learn here, right? So, um, because when I look at the chart, I think I'm smarter than I am, type
Right.
of thing. I'm like, oh yeah, I see that. That's going to be, oh, I can just do a, 100-point risk or like a 50-point risk, 25-point winner here. That'll be an easy pickup. But I can't do that. So I have to. It's a skill that I have to learn. If I'm being frank with everybody, if I just this is the thing that drives you nuts, right? Like if I just followed what I'm doing on my Top Step account, I would be awesome. It's- but I can't copy trade. I'm not smart enough to figure this out. Like I'm trying to copy trade on Trade Copia from the X account as the lead account. Top Step account into
Yep.
the Lucid, but you need the API key to get it, and I just it's frustrating me to figure that out. So I just and that one I'm trading, that one I'm trading 1.5R.
Okay. So
So the problem is I'm worried about, I don't mean to interrupt you there.
no, no,
The
no.
risk, I'm worried about the risk being too big because these Lucid accounts are 25K accounts. So, if I lose 150 on it, or lose 100 on it, it's a big loss. So that's why I was trying to do kind of like the inverse to win earlier. I don't know. I've been playing with that. Anyways, I'll shut up now.
Um, why are you doing the inverse? Because what you had been doing was working. Hey guys, it's going to touch down where I said. a rare, a rare moment of me calling something in the market.
There you go. There you go.
Rare.
Um,
I'm gonna start trading Power Hour. Just kidding. I'm not. Okay, so why? Well, yeah, why
so
are you trying this new inverse risk to
so
reward when your system had been working for you?
I think because I had right. This is how it always happens, right? So I had we did the interview and it
Yeah.
was going really well, and then I had basically $2,000 in drawdown just doing that strategy in the early part of June. Now the account has gone back up fully.
Uh oh. Hey, you just cut out, guys. Did he cut out for you also? What the heck? Is it my headphones? Oh no. Can someone let me know in the chat if they can still hear me? As I can't hear anything now. Christopher, I can't hear you at all. Yes, he is gone. Okay, Christopher, I'm going to close yours out. Call me back after. I don't know why that stopped working. Eugene, you can hear me though? That is frustrating. We finally get one where the audio is perfect and then that's how it goes. Okay. Um, okay, so you can still hear me. Okay, I'm going to close that one out. We're going to bring Steven in here real quick and then maybe Chris will be able to call back. You know what? Maybe this is my clean feed because now it is not. Steven, can you hear me? Uh-oh, I think this is. Oh, Steven, you're muted. Steven, unmute yourself. Hey, there we go.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good.
I just want to
Um,
say, hello?
yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I've been on
Perfect.
watching you guys on a DJ and rehab for a while. My trading psychology has like really improved.
Oh, good.
Um, so one of my biggest issues that I'm having so far is just not knowing how to take a loss. Um,
It's everyone.
I'll have my daily loss limit of like maybe like $120, and I don't know. I just have a problem that like once I take a loss, it's like I want to walk away, but I keep trying to make it back.
Okay. And it's just, does it matter if it's an on-plan loss or if it was like an impulse trade?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
It's just I mean, in my mind, I feel better about an on plan loss versus just taking a gamble.
Yeah.
But it's just like once I see that red, it's like, all right, I need to make this back. I need to make this back. So I'll just do another impulsive trade. And, 120 turns into 300, 300 turns into 1,000. And before the night's over with, like I'm basically looking at a blown account. And
Okay. Um, so how many trades? Okay, do you have your set trading session? Like, what's your best session to trade?
so I trade a little bit of everything, to be honest.
Okay.
I'll do New York, I'll do Asia, London. I typically trade futures on the the micro ES 500.
Okay. How
And
many, sorry, how many trades a day should you take? Like ideally.
I mean, to be completely honest with you, I don't have a set amount
Okay.
of trades that I have a day. Um, for the most part, I take my setups. If I see my setups, I take it. And once if I hit my goal for today, see, I think that's another thing is like when I hit my goal, it's for whatever reason it's really easy for me to stop.
Yeah.
Like if I hit 150 to 200, I'll shut it down for the day
Okay.
and I just walk away.
Good.
But for whatever reason, like if I'm in the red, it's just like, all right, I gotta make this back. Like I gotta be green on a day. Like knowing that taking a loss is a part of trading, it's just like I feel like I have to make it back, and it
What
sucks.
what's your daily loss limit? Like a good what would a good losing day look for you? Like if you were gonna just take a red day and shut it down where you should, how much would that be?
A good losing day for me is $120.
Okay. Is that realistic? Like what are you risking per trade? Like if you have one trade that loses, is it gonna be $120 or is one losing trade gonna be 300?
So one losing trade. I mean, I typically, after watching your YouTube channel and going through your DGen rehab, I've really learned how to scale down and
Good.
to trade small. So for the most part, like on the high side, I might trade three micros, and on the low
Okay.
side, I might just trade one. Um, so it's not like I'm losing. It's not like one trade is like a huge loser.
Okay.
Might be 40 here, 60 there, but it's when I start losing. It's like okay, I can either make this back. So three micros turned into like 10,
Yeah.
and 10 micros turned into 20, and I, I just don't know.
How often do you have a losing trade and then like okay, do you have a losing trade and then you stay on your trade plan, like your strategy plan, or do you take a losing trade and then it's just immediately like a revenge trade or like something to get it back right away?
It's kind of hard to say because some days, for whatever reason, some days I can take a loss.
Hmm.
Some days, and that's what's weird. Some days I hit that 120, and I'm like, okay, look, it's a part of trading. Like nobody's trading is perfect. Like I said, being I'm not going to win 100% of the time. I tell myself that going into the trading day, that I'm not going to win 100% of the time. And some days I could just take the 120 and just close my laptop and walk away. And some days it's like I hit that 120 and it's like, F that. I'm about to make this back. Like I'm about to get this, man. And
Okay.
I'm having a hard time trying to figure out what exactly is my trigger and what sends me into that tilt to where I have to, like, I'm trying to make this money back in like one single trade.
Yeah. Okay, are you trading a personal account, prop accounts? What's the
I'm I'm currently trading prop accounts.
Okay.
I started with my funded futures and I realized that I felt like maybe my biggest problem was the time constraint. Being that my funded futures only had 30 days to pass an account, it's like,
Okay.
okay, I gotta make gains, I gotta make gains, I gotta make
Yeah.
gains, and I wound up tripping over myself. So I moved over to Lucid, a prop firm called Lucid, and
Yeah.
I realized that there is no limit. There is no 30
No.
day. Like you trade at your own pace, you take as much time as you need. And I feel like that works a lot better for me when I don't feel like I'm under time constraints.
Yes. Okay. So that's good. But are you focused on passing? Like what is it that like $120 losing day just feels unacceptable?
Um, I don't know. It's just like a it's a switch. It's like a
Okay.
light switch that just goes off. And
Are you stressed for money right now? Like, are you looking for trading to solve a financial problem in the immediate future?
well, I can say I'm gonna say this: I am stressed for money, but at the same token, I'm not looking at trading to solve any problems. If that
Okay.
makes sense, like
Yeah.
I'm 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 going into this knowing that a lot of people, don't make it.
Right.
There's people that have been doing this for 3, 5, 10 years. I'm only in my first year. This is like I think
Okay.
last month made my first year of trading.
Okay. You're doing good to just be a year in and already like looking at this stuff. So that's really good. I wish that I had been like looking at discipline and the psychology a year into it. Um, okay. So you're trading throughout the day, so you don't have like a set session. You're not oversized on your trades. Um, what's your typical, how much is your typical winning trade? Like how much do you make on usually on a winner?
So my typical wins. So my trading strategy is continuations.
Okay.
I'll wait for a break. I try to fill the imbalance, and then I basically go off the bounce, and my target is pretty much at the next swing zone.
Okay.
Um, a lot of my winning trades are anywhere between 60 to like $80
Okay.
a win. And I mean,
Uh,
I've had some where, I've hit home runs where, I'll go in with two micros and I'll get out at like $275, if I'm really patient and really, honed in on what I'm doing.
I'm just like, I mean, the only obvious solution is just after one loss, that's it, you're done. Like your session always ends after one loss. And you probably
So
don't
you think I
like,
should shut it down after one loss?
I do because it's like if that's when your brain just, then I think that's right. Like obviously sometimes you can take a loss and then you make it back and things are good, right?
Right.
So then that's going to make it feel like, maybe I don't need to shut it down after a loss. Do you ever go off track after your wins? Like, are you okay with your winning trades? Like, is it mostly after a loss where you go off plan? And
I want to say it's definitely mostly after a loss because, I've when I'm winning, it's really easy for me to stick to my trading plan. It's really
mhm,
easy to.
yes,
It's like I win. Okay, I won that one. It's time to move to the next trade. Okay, I won that one. It's time to move to the next trade. When I'm winning, I can systematically repeat my trading plan and focus on my setups versus just getting into anything. But it's like when I lose, that's when it's like, okay, it's going up. I'm about to go up. Oh, it look like it's going down. I'm about to just go down. You know what I'm saying?
I,
It's like
yeah,
my trading plan just go out the window.
I think you need to your session ends for 24 hours when you've had a loss.
Okay.
Does that sound like do you hate that idea?
Um, no, not necessarily because, like I said in the beginning, I felt like one of my biggest problems was that with the My Funded Futures account, I felt like I had to make
Yeah.
gains.
And
Like
now you don't
I
have
can't
that.
waste a single day. But with Lucid, I mean, I guess sitting out for 24 hours would not be bad because it's not like I have a target that I need to hit
Right.
in a certain amount of time. So yeah, I think
Right.
I can sit out for 24 hours.
The other option is what platform are you using? Like, what do you trade on?
I'm using Tradeovate.
Okay, so you could set the daily loss limit, but like I'm trading on just like on the browser based. So they had it where you could set it that you hit your daily loss limit and then you can't go in and change it. But then they changed it back to where you could go. So if you have the ability on your trade of eight to just set it at like $120 daily loss limit and set it so that you can't change that mid session, then keep trading after your loss And then it's just like your shutdown is just hitting $120.
Right.
But if you don't have that setting, then I would say just shut it down after one loss. Because if your loss is only $80 or something, then that's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like Monday, I took a trade. I traded Asia. I took two losses consecutively for $20. I think it was like 25 because I was only trading one micro, and
Yep.
my stop was like maybe like 5 or 10 points or whatever. I had a $50 red day, and I said, you know what? It's better to die over a whole bunch of tiny paper cuts versus one big slash.
Yeah.
And I was able to just shut it down. I was able to just walk away. Um, I have tried that. Tradeovate does have the feature to where you have a lockout, and for whatever reason, I just keep taking it off.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to prove to myself that I can do it,
Yeah. You
not
just,
realizing that maybe I do need these extra parameters
yeah.
to
Maybe
just
also,
help
like,
me.
I don't like, I hate, I always hated being wrong, like in my life about anything. Like, I just really don't like being wrong. So that's really bad too for being able to accept a loss, right? Because a losing trade is like, oh shit, I was wrong. Of course, it's like
Right.
part of the plan, but like maybe you're also, or you're not so good at just like accepting being wrong and that it's okay to be wrong. Like, you're not going to be right all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think that definitely makes sense. I think that also maybe I'm just having a crisis to where not only when I take the loss and I'm wrong on a trade, sometimes I get to the point where and that's when it gets really bad. When I start beating myself up
Yeah.
as far as like as a person.
Yeah, and
Um,
yeah, that's a problem for sure. And it happens in trading all the time where it's not just like I took a bad trade. It's like, or I had a bad trading day. It's like I'm a piece of shit. I'm a failure. I suck at this. And then it
yes,
translates into like
yes.
I suck at everything. And it's like, no, you're being crazy now. Just like spiraling. So,
You,
I think one
I get off the
loss,
charts and I'm like I'm upset. Like I don't want to. I don't want to. It's like once I hit that point, it's like when I get off the charts, like I don't even want to do anything at that point. Like I don't
yeah,
want to go play video games. I don't
right.
want to. It almost kind of bleeds into my
Yes.
life a little bit.
Oh, it used to bleed into my life just entirely. Like my poor husband, he would, like, he knew. Like sometimes he'd be driving home and he'd be like, "I knew you had a shitty trading day. Like I could feel your energy from, I could feel your shitty energy from across the city." But like for sure, like he could walk in the house and just know, like, oh, it's like she's had a bad trading day. Like that's how much it just bleeds out onto just everything. So I think you definitely need to minimize the thing that's causing you to spiral and then feel like shit about yourself. And that's not taking a loss. So I think one loss, you shut it down.
Okay.
And that's like your hard stop. But Rachel tells me that they did put that back on Tradeovate, that you can set it, that it's like there's a setting in Tradeovate where you set your daily loss limit and then it asks you like just to toggle, like, don't be able to change this mid session or whatever. Toggle that, and then it will be a hard lockout at $120.
Okay.
So do that, change that setting, but also just stop after one loss. Just so that you can prove to yourself that like you can do it. And it's like with the losses, I think so much of it is just like it's practice. Like it's just like anything else, it's like working out where it's just like getting the reps. And you need to get the reps of just taking the loss, okay, shutting it down and being done.
Okay.
And view it as like, because like this is the biggest problem in your trading, right? It's not being able to take a loss.
Yeah. I mean, over the weekend, like I blew a lucid last week, and this weekend, what I was doing, because most of the time I focus on my analysis, I focus on my pre-market analysis. I back test my strategies to look for better entries. This weekend, what I did was I just focused a lot on just learning how to take a loss, like
Yeah.
just
You need to
dealing with that.
you
And
need to practice it. And I think and like view it as practice and view it as like this is the most important thing that I need to learn. And it's not just like you being a year into trading. It's like I struggle with taking losses. Everybody struggles with taking losses. Like it's not easy. It's like I think it's definitely the biggest problem in trading.
Yeah.
So look at it as practice and important practice. Like this is the most important thing. So like you need to start seeing it as like your most successful trading day is when you took a small loss and you shut it down and it come back 24 hours later. Because when you come back
Gotcha.
24 hours later, you're not going to look at your P&L or whatever and you're not going to be like, oh, I lost $60. Like, you're going to be like, I'm so glad I shut it down at only $60 because with 24 hours between, you realize like that's nothing and I don't need to recover it
Yes.
immediately. So it's just like practice it, maybe reward yourself on the days that you do shut it down. When you just take a loss, shut it down, come up with some sort of like nice little thing to do for yourself or do something that you really enjoy doing
Okay.
and set that trade-of-8 setting
Yes, ma'am.
because then at least
Uh,
if you do override it then you have something that's gonna like not let you, but I know that it's
yes, ma'am.
different settings
I'll
and
do that
the
as soon as I get off the call with you.
okay good, how are you feeling about it? It's like it's gonna mean less trading for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, if I shut it down after 20, I mean, after a single loss, like definitely because I mean, I think that's another problem that I maybe have is that maybe I am in the market
Too much.
too much.
Yeah,
I
I would say
mean,
so. If you're
like I
in
said,
all
I'm
sessions then I'd say too much.
yeah.
So during this time, I want you to, sorry, I'm going to give you too many things to do now. So do what we talked about, one loss, shut it down, set the limit on trade of 8, and do toggle the switch so that you can't go in and change it. Um, and then also, if you're going to keep trading all those sessions, start really keeping track, like logging your trades. When you take a trade, take a screenshot, mark it up, keep it in a folder, whatever. And then in a month, I want you to go through everything and then see which session, like, because you might have a session where it's like, clearly this session is just a waste of my time. And then cut it, that you no longer even look at the charts during that time.
Okay.
I know that it's like, yeah, when I first started trading, it was, yeah, like it was a personal account. We held trades overnight. So I was just constantly looking at charts and trading all throughout the New York session. And I lost a lot of money. So it's less trading. You'll lose less money while you're learning. You'll figure out which session is best for you. And then when you actually do get consistent and make money, then you'll be better for it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. When I would like you to call back and let me know how it goes in like, I don't know, how much time do you want? Those are some
Um.
those are some aggressive birds. Are those like out just natural? Are they just like natural birds, or do you have like pet birds?
Yeah, those are natural birds.
Okay,
I'm outside right now,
okay,
so
that's okay. We have like aggressive squirrels outside our place, so I understand the nature sounds.
yeah,
Okay,
they definitely doing their thing.
yeah.
But I think
Sorry.
yeah,
Okay,
I think I could definitely check in within. I mean, 3 weeks to a month, and
okay. I just want to put like some accountability pressure on you because I don't. You're not. You know, are you in the Discord? I don't think you are.
no, I don't think I'm. No, I'm not in the
No.
Discord.
Okay.
I found you. Like I said, a big part of my trading journey is not only technical analysis, but I try to focus on the psychology
Yeah.
aspect as well. And I just randomly ran across your channel on YouTube, and I ran across your channel like I want to say maybe 2 months ago,
Okay.
and I've been locked in with you ever since, man. Like a lot of the things that you said, a lot of the things that other people have said
Yeah.
that you've spoken to, and it's definitely has helped my trading journey
Good.
a ton, a lot.
That's
You
amazing.
know,
I never would have thought I'd be helping other people to be more disciplined because I was just like
yeah,
full on gambling addict. So
like
it's
I was. I mean, thanks to you. I mean, I'm definitely going to give you your flowers because I feel like your channel has helped me a ton. But I've gotten psychological trading aspects from a lot of different
yeah.
resources, and I was like that week that I blew that account last week, I was 500 away from passing the 50K eval, and yeah, I just blew it. So
That's how it goes. Okay, so I want to give you some accountability so that you know, like, okay, at least you know you're gonna have to come back and tell me if you did it. So,
okay,
but then the next, like, definitely like by a month, come back, let me know. You can even just like pop in the chat and like just weekly pop in the chat and let me know, like, hey, I took my losses. Just so that you have some level of
okay,
accountability. Like it can help to it's just like one little layer that when you're thinking about like, no, I'm gonna get back in, it's just can add a little bit of friction there so that you think like, oh, I don't want to have to go and tell her that I did this.
yeah, I don't want to have to come back and tell you how everything went terrible.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I want
um,
to. I want to hear from you in a month, and I'd love to hear that you're like, okay, I take my losses, I shut it down, and things are going good. But some other problem is going to crop up. Like that's how it goes with trading. But sort this one out because this is the biggest one.
okay.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
good.
I
Yeah,
really
thanks for coming
appreciate
on.
the help. I mean, keep crushing it, and I just want to say I really appreciate everything that you're doing, man.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I like talking to other traders, and it's amazing to actually be able to like help people. So,
Yeah.
all right, I'll talk to you in a month. Good luck.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, yeah, not being able to take a loss, that's a huge one. The bird sounds are nice, Rachel. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell them to maybe do like some meditations. Maybe I'll share because have I'm making these guided trader meditations for something else. So maybe I'll put one on YouTube because I really do find that it helps me. I've got them for different scenarios, but definitely just like a pre-trade one. The other thing is too with not being able to take a loss, you have to at least take a break. If you take a loss, Terry says talk to yourself. Like that's a big thing that he says. It's to actually like talk to yourself out loud and get away from the computer and then go take a break. And I think like go and do a meditation, get to where you're actually like, I would say calm, he would say neutral, whatever that is for you. Like get to where you're neutral again if you are going to take another trade or just no trades after a loss. Um, Bodies by Jade. I feel like I'm not sizing up enough. I've been a break even trader for so long. Um, right? I usually call it after a string of 3 losses. But I usually, yeah, take 5 to 15 minute breather after a loss. Yeah, okay, good. Um, you're not sizing up enough. But like if you're break even, I don't know. I know it's frustrating to be break even. Um, but that's not a terrible place to be. Because if you're a break even trader, you're not losing. And that's definitely the first step, like, is not losing. And I didn't realize how much my trading was costing me until I stopped blowing evals, until I stopped spending money on trading. And then it was like, oh, just this actually makes a pretty significant difference. So I think with the break even thing, I know it's frustrating. I know you're probably losing patience with it, but don't lose patience, stay in there. I don't know if sizing up would be the answer, right? Because if you're break even, then unless you're sizing differently at different times, like if your sizing isn't consistent, then that could skew it. So yeah, have consistent sizing, track everything. Are you taking off plan trades? Like are you break even and you're taking only on plan trades? Because if that's the case, then it's something with the strategy. If you're break even, um if you're okay, So now you say, I don't lose evals, I just don't get payouts. It's very frustrating. Yeah, okay. Is that strategy though, or is that your behavior changing when you're in the funded account? Like, is it taking, it's probably then taking off plan trades. I've got a non waiting here, so I'm just going to take this one more call because I can hear that my son is getting pretty rowdy upstairs. Hello, Anon, can you hear me? I can hear some typing.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, let me pause stream real quick. All right, I hear you sort. Well, I can turn this up. Hold up. I got my.
Okay, you can hear
Hold
me?
up. Why isn't this? 1 second. Where's the stupid? Oh, that's gonna be better right
I
there.
can hear you.
Ah, perfect.
Okay,
All right.
I
We
think you
have a good
sound.
connection, I hope.
Yeah, no, it sounds good on my end. I'll just make sure and
Fantastic. All right.
perfect. Okay, what's going on?
I'm getting in the car so we can actually
Um,
talk. Awesome.
do you have kids that
Yeah.
are gonna? Sorry,
No, I just.
I'm gonna
Go ahead. Go ahead.
start with like the few questions that someone got on me last time for not asking. So it's just gonna be like three rapid fire questions. So the first is how
Hit
long?
me.
Okay, how long have you been trading?
5 years,
Okay,
3 years. Well, no, that's. I like to say I've been trading for 6 years, and then I've been taking it seriously,
right.
like getting a mentor and getting like really serious, like 2 years, 3 years ago.
Okay,
So like really professionally working at it
okay,
with like a group and professionally studying trading and actually doing this right for like 2 or 3 years.
okay. Perfect.
So
What do you trade?
I'm I trade NQ.
And Q. And what's your position size?
Depends on my account size I'm using.
Okay. To give us just an
Mini
example.
with a 150k,
Okay.
mini with a 150k, maximum two minis.
Okay.
But depends on the trade day. Depends on what the price action looks like. Of course, I try and be very professional about it.
Okay. Good. All right. What is going on in your trading now? Do you have like a current thing that you're struggling with or?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with some weird stuff. I
Oh,
have trouble getting respect in the family.
that's not weird at all.
Absolutely, absolutely zero respect for what I do.
Okay.
And I wanted to be anonymous about it because I have a small channel, I have a small Discord, I love trading. I'm literally finding success and I still get so much shit.
From,
And
sorry, like,
wife,
oh, from your wife.
wife. I'm a family man with a wife, and it struggles, man. The real struggles of life.
I thought you were going to be like my brother,
And
and I was going to be like, don't talk to him anymore.
no, like
But your wife,
literally, like full adulthood, married, kid, house, and been professional my whole life, and it's amazing. Like I'm doing better in my trading now in my entire life,
what's
and
her
I still
problem
put
with
up
it?
with shit. I'm
What's,
funded almost $1 million. I have over 240k personal funds I'm trading constantly. This past 2 months, I made 30k on one trade that's been ongoing in options, and I'm holding, and I'm doing very well with that. I'm extremely professional.
okay, so
The
what's her
success
problem? What's
has
she
only
mad at?
come the success has only come in the last 6 months. Okay. So it's
Okay.
been a long time. Been a long time coming. And it's every single day. It's like she wants something done at 10 a.m.
Oh,
Like and she is, I'm gonna give her props. She's been the breadwinner consistently. Now, when I say breadwinner, I mean she's doing extremely well. She has a 200k a year job with bonuses. She's doing extraordinarily well. And yeah, she's supporting the family. And my trading has only stepped up seriously, like really seriously. And it's just a headache. It's like there's zero respect, and I
Yeah.
feel like I don't have a leg to stand on with her. And I don't know. I'm pretty damn sure a lot of people go through this too. But
Yeah.
it's so hard to have payouts as a prop trader. I mean, I'm a prop trader. I'm a live trader. I'm a funded trader. I'm just a constant struggle. And it's like I showed her yesterday. I'm like, I have a $2,500 payout coming in that's going to take care of all my bills and your stuff. And I'm so happy to have like funded accounts paying
Yeah.
me. And you know, it's like it's so ongoing, and it's like I have no respect. And I don't know. I understand you're in that eval going forwards, and I don't know where your path is. I'm kind of new to your channel. You've been funded, you've gotten
Yeah.
payouts. And some people take this like this is an addition to what I do. And I know you've said things like you make money better
Yeah.
from your YouTube than
Oh,
your
by far
funded
better than from my
accounts.
trading.
Yeah, and I've come to your channel from the psychology stuff too, and I absolutely love your channel. And this stuff for me is wild. Like
Okay, so but like have
I
you
don't know.
I'm assuming you've explained this to your wife probably multiple times. How have you tried
I
explaining it
have
to her?
it's yeah, I feel like I'm talking to a wall. Like to come from an Uber driver, to come from a DoorDash guy, and to show her, hey, look, I'm paying 6 times as much in taxes this year. How does that
Yeah.
look? Like, aren't you curious what's going on with me?
Is she not? Is she just like because okay, did you lose a lot of money in the first 5 years or whatever?
I when I first got into trading, yeah, I
How
did. I lost
how
20
much?
grand.
Oh, it's
I
not that.
lost 20 grand of 40 grand, and that was devastating to me. Full stop trading. I can't do this. I suck at this, and I stopped trading, which is better than most.
For sure.
Um, so to come back full circle and be like, okay, I really do love this stuff. I'm going to go back to it, small ball it forever. And then I realized small ball's not going to cut it. Mentor's the way to go. And then just put everything into it. So I guess there's this disconnect because I've been so withdrawn in studying so hard
Mhm.
that it's hurt the relationship
Do
maybe.
you know what she dislikes most about your trading? Because like I ask because I would have thought before that my husband's main problem was the money I lost because we had saved up money to build him a new garage and then I lost basically all that money trading and then I went on to do prop firms and
Wow.
lost more money. So I thought for sure his biggest problem with my trading is going to be the money that I lost. Then I had him on the channel
Yeah.
and was like, I'm just going to like interview you about my trading just for fun. And I asked what were like what he hated most about my trading, what his biggest problems were. His number one problem was that was me talking about trading. Was me trying to talk, yeah, like about setups, about strategy, about like my shitty trading day.
I
It was just like, I don't want to hear about your trading. And then the next biggest problem he had was the amount of time that I spent on trading. He hated
no
when I
doubt
he hated when I back tested
it's
on
addictive.
weekends because it's like you're
It's
just
addictive.
yeah, it's like you're taking time away from like stuff we could be doing or more productive things you could be doing for me, and you're wasting it sitting in the office back testing to do a thing that you're just going to lose money on. Like you're so.
I feel
What do you think her
like it's
main problems are with the trading?
I think she views it as gambling.
Yeah. Well, it can be gambling. So maybe you need to say to her, like, I did spend some time gambling,
I 100%.
right? Like,
100%. And
I,
the crazy part of this is, okay, she's got a gambling problem. 100%. She's got a gambling problem.
does she still gamble or has
I
she quit?
I think she's still gambling somehow, some way, probably. But it's my own. I mean, before this, I was a professional poker player successfully. So, like, I was able to get a down payment for a house, to put a nest egg together, to build, wealth playing and like poker. So I did well, and
Hmm.
that slowly fell off because we had a family. So I kind of got away from that, and now it's like, okay, I need something else because poker's getting harder. I'm gonna pass on this, and I went to trading. I lost, and then I kind of went back to poker. And it's I've been floating, doing nonsense jobs because she's the breadwinner, and she needs me to be, the everything person.
Yeah,
And that's what I did. And it's like a lack of respect. And I just feel like I've turned the corner, like to
yeah,
make to make 10K in a day and be like, look, honey, I made what I made last year today.
yeah.
It's like,
Have you asked
yeah,
her
make
like?
me a.
Have you asked her like, what could I show you? Like, what would it take for you to take this seriously?
I think she doesn't care. I think she's so concerned with me losing half at one point that she doesn't view it as. And I've come so far
Yeah,
to turn 50 into 250 over over a year, and to continue to grow, and like to bang out like 8%, 10% over a month. I mean, come on. Like, what do I have to do? Do I have to like pull money out and buy a new car and be fancy, and like
maybe don't do that. Do you
there's just
think
no
is like
respect.
are you paying like your share of bills now from trading, or is it not quite there yet?
I'm beginning to, yeah, to be like I'm taking on expenses and I'm helping out, and I'm still the same person. I honestly, if I had to be like spiteful, I would say she's jealous.
I was
I
gonna say
mean,
like maybe she is sort of envious. I'm not like I'm
maybe
yeah, like
it's
maybe she's
legit.
envious
It's
that you
100%
get to
legit.
gamble. Like
Yeah.
you get
I
to like
don't
I know
I
it's
hate that, but I hate that you would say it's gambling because I will never see something that you
I'm
study and work at
no,
as gambling.
I'm
But
saying from her perspective, you get
yes,
you get to
yes.
stay home and gamble, and then maybe you
I
and
still hate
then
it, but go
she
on.
has to go to work, and maybe like you're not paying enough of the bills in her right because she has
No,
been.
I'm definitely not, and I'm definitely building wealth. And it's like, okay, you don't respect me, you don't want to see where I'm at. I'm just gonna do my own thing, and that's that.
Yeah, but
And it's
that's
still like,
stressful though, because it's like when you do have issues with your spouse, it does come into your trading. Like it's so it would be
yeah.
nice if this could not be an issue for you. Okay, so what it's okay, so she's your trading time is at 10 a.m. That's when you need to focus, and then what she wants you to do stuff at that time. Did he just freaking drop out? Did another one? I don't know what's going on with this thing.
uh,
Oh, you're still there. Oh, I was like, I want to hear the
I'm here. I
answer
hear you.
to this.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
so what
You say
happens
what?
at 10 a.m. when you need to trade? Like, how does she interfere with that?
Well, when it goes right and I have one setup and I'm done, it goes great.
Yeah.
When I'm in the charts a long, long time, I'm in the charts a long, long time, and I'm patient, and I'm trying to be patient, and I'm waiting and stalking price action and being a good little trader, not over trading. And
Mhm.
it's a lot of work. I I think it's a lot of work. I definitely don't want to get caught up in my own pitfalls, and I do have a lot of pitfalls.
What would
So
she rather you be doing during that time? Like, what
that's a
is?
great question.
Ask her.
Well, this could be a whole family's therapy session right now, but
Well, no, just because like
I don't think we're doing that.
because
But
I was surprised by what my husband by what his problems were with my trading, because I thought it was one thing,
Lay it on me.
and then it was it was the
It's the
something
time,
totally
I
different.
guess. I
Yeah.
guess it's the time. I guess
So
it's the I can't do everything. I can't be a good father and support her, and suddenly she's losing her errand boy, as I would be a dick and say it like that, but there's a lot of stress in the relationship, no doubt.
yeah, I think be honest with her
And
though and say like, what do you want me doing at this time? Like, what would you rather me spending my
yeah,
time on? Are you like,
yeah,
is your kid at home or kids at home during that time?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And
yeah.
is she working from home
It's the
also?
summer. It's probably so much worse because yes, she's
Okay.
at home.
Okay, so you're both at home, and
So
like I'm sure from her perspective, she's working on her legitimate job that pays good money, and
that's a
you're
great.
and you're just fucking
That's
around in whatever room
You
you're
nailed
in,
it.
and
Oh Lord, it could
you're
be.
not
This could
dealing with
be
the
literally a
kids.
fly on the wall of our conversations right now. Yes,
Yeah,
you are fucking around with your little community online, and
yeah.
why does this sound familiar? Yeah.
No, because I've made
Yes.
my husband built my Discord, so like he's a part of
Um.
like now he has to be a part of that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Your little.
you need to find out like her main problems, but it sounds like it's the time. What are the kids doing? Like are the kids causing a problem for her when you're supposed to be trading? And she's like,
Um.
you're the one not doing a real thing, so you should be looking after the kids and let me do my job that makes the
Yes.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. 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 I'm supposed to be the perfect father.
Can you use some of your trading money now to get a babysitter for like your crucial trading time?
Ooh, that's a wild thought.
Spend some of the
Um,
money. Spend some of the money because it'll be worth it for the relationship and for your trading.
yeah,
And maybe
yeah,
frame it as like this is stress, like frame it as like this is stressing you out. I want to do this for you so the kids are out of your hair when you're working. Is it one kid, multiple
yeah.
kids?
One kid, one
Okay.
kid.
How old?
Yeah, he's in the he just teenager now,
Oh, he shouldn't be
so
a
he's.
problem.
I know he's getting spoiled at the wazoo. He's getting classes. He's getting all these
Oh,
sorts of things, and
just kick him out
I
of
know.
like go and hang out with other
Go
kids
outside.
and yeah, leave us alone.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what to do with a
Yes.
teenager then. He shouldn't really require any
Yeah.
of your attention during
No.
trading.
No. 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 He shouldn't.
Does he though? Like, is it legitimate? Like, are there legit
Um.
things you need to do for him during trading?
There are. It's its own special sort of situation, dealing with an autistic child, and some special
Okay, so
needs, and some things it's not. But it's okay. It's reasonably simple.
is
It's
there
certainly the simplest
somewhere?
aspect of everything.
Is there somewhere that you could
It's
send
more.
him?
It's more my standing in the household that
Yeah.
bothers me, because I feel like I'm one step below the pets at this point.
Do you think is it just
and
financial? Like, is she just sick of being the breadwinner? Because
I
women don't like being the
I think
breadwinner.
I can imagine something like that, and it's hard to put my finger on everything, because her job has suddenly gotten easier on
Oh,
top of everything.
great.
So it's this ridiculous situation where she got a raise, she switched jobs, she makes an extra 70 grand a year, and her job is easier, and it's like, are you serious? Like, why are you freaking out?
I don't know. She
And
needs. Does
it's
she have?
it's it's
Sorry. Does she
it's
have
I
other
don't know.
stuff in her life that she likes doing? Like, does she have some hobbies? Does she have?
I think that's it. I think it's just she's so caught up in what I'm doing that she's either.
I'm just wondering, like,
I
why
don't
is
know.
she so caught up in what you're doing?
I I I I don't know. I don't know. It's amazing because it comes at such an inopportune time of I'm doing well.
Yeah.
So
Could you go
what's
and
up with that?
trade somewhere else?
Yeah. I can't imagine pulling that off. Like the whole
Okay.
situation.
Could she go and
I've
work
tried
somewhere else?
trading on the phone. I've tried
No.
working on small tablets, and that doesn't work for
Yeah.
me.
could she go and do her work somewhere else, or could you book like is she doing her work during that? Are you guys both working at the same time?
Yeah, we're both working at the same time in the morning. It's
I think
I
you
don't know.
have to talk to her and be like, what is your real issue with my trading?
Yeah,
And you have to have a way, like, because for
it's
my husband,
unreasonable.
it changed, like, because he was always like, you're wasting money, you're gambling, you need to quit. He was constantly telling me to quit. He stopped doing that when
Yeah,
I stopped losing money. But it sounds like you've already stopped losing money
yeah,
and now you're
yeah. I have.
making money. So it's like someone in the comments says, show her the money. I mean, unfortunately, I think
I
that's
have.
probably it.
I
Like,
have.
but then I don't
I
want your
have.
trading to go to shit because you're so
I
focused on the money.
literally, I was literally come over here and look at my, my funded accounts have proven,
I
eleven
think
thousand for the week, and it's like, ho hum, moving on. Next thing, make dinner.
it's gonna have to be real money,
I
not like your. It can't be. I don't think it can be
know.
like your on-screen money. I think it has to be like,
Yeah.
hey, I paid this bill. You don't have to deal with it this month, or something
So
like
just
that.
like stacks of cash on the table, and
I don't know about stacks of cash, but like I think the
I know.
first thing is probably like look at or like I don't know, even if, like outside of the trading time, could you use some of the money from your trading to like go and do something fun with her? Like could you be like, "Hey, I'm going to take you for dinner." I
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
find a
I've done
babysitter,
that.
arrange a babysitter, plan some nice stuff to go and
Well,
do with
that's
her.
that's just it. Like she's in my eyes, she's wealthy.
Yeah,
I mean, when she's
in most
so
people's
like,
eyes.
yeah, in most people's eyes, yeah, she's wealthy. So, I mean, what I would view as like extravagance, it's gonna be like, oh, yeah, this is nice.
Does it need to be extravagant though? Can't it just be something enjoyable that you do together? Right? Like it
I
doesn't
try.
have to be extravagant to like have a good time.
Yeah,
Like I guess and maybe talk to her, say like what are some things you'd like to do together?
yeah,
It's like
solid. I
if you
do
have a
that. It's
13-year
always
old,
the simple things. It's always the simplest things. It's just spending time together, playing games, doing fun stuff. That's it.
maybe
Couch games and
make
whatever.
a little list for yourself of all the things that you know that she likes. And then
Yeah,
make an effort to spend like a little bit more time doing
yeah.
those things. And maybe try to have a
That's a
conversation
solid plan.
maybe try to have a
Just try
conversation
and
with
build a
her
relationship.
about the trading and get rid of the kid more if possible, you know.
Fantastic idea.
Just
Get rid of the kid.
like because she's got money, like it seems like money's not the real issue here,
It's not.
right?
It
Like
used to be,
is she
for
happy
sure.
with your lifestyle overall?
Um, this is. I mean, I'm sure it gets a little weird and awkward because I don't see the money from her either. Like I know
Okay.
she's making a lot of it, but I don't. She's private with her money, and I'm kind of like private with my own too. There's a lot of disconnects there, I'm sure, that are hard to get into on just chatting about it. But
I'd say get joint
it's
bank
definitely
accounts so
hard.
you both know what's going on with the money, but
Yeah,
I mean, if she's the
yeah,
one who makes more money, then unfortunately it seems like that's going to be her call and she probably won't want to
yeah,
do that.
yep,
Once you start making more money than her, then she'll probably be like, let's get those joint bank accounts. Um,
yeah, right.
but yeah, I think
It's been fun,
try to
DJen. I don't know what to say from here, but
have a
it's good to get it
conversation with
out and yap
her.
about it.
Yeah, I know, but like try to talk to her and figure out what her real issues are with your trading.
I know.
And then just
It's
let
got
her
to be hard
know
for,
like
in
these.
general, like I fear things like after I've been doing this so long to hear like 5% of traders get payout and like, what? That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
but think
crazy to hear something like that.
I know, but like think about how many people just start and trade for like a month and then they're like, it doesn't work. And then they quit. Like
That's a great observation. Yeah.
that goes into the
Yeah.
numbers too. So I mean, it's just like I just think of like my little Discord group, and I see lots of people taking payouts pretty regularly. So I know
Yeah.
traders are taking payouts. I know some of them, so it's
Right.
like it happens. It's doable. I just think with her,
Yeah.
or find a way that you cannot be affected by it. But that's hard because you live with
Yep.
her. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we're gonna have to go with the guy that said show her the money in the chat, and like
That's solid.
she's gonna have to like see that you're making the money. But I don't want you to just waste your money on dumb
I
shit
have.
just to
I
like
have.
prove.
I had the conversation with her in April when we paid taxes together. I had that conversation with her because I was keeping it under my hat and to say to her in April, hey, I really turned profitable last year, and this year, I made almost 2.5 times what I make from Uber driving and door dashing and all that crap, and I'm barely doing that now.
Are you
So
still
yeah,
Uber
that's
driving, or did you quit?
no, no, I quit that shit.
Would you
God damn,
just
no.
ask her? Just be like, would you be happier? Do you want me to just do Uber? Like, ask her, like,
Yeah,
what do you
get out of
want?
the house.
Just maybe
Get out
that's
of
it. And
the
maybe you
house.
do need to go do Uber for a little while just to get out of the house. Or if you're making enough money trading, maybe you can find a little office for yourself and you actually go out somewhere and do your trading.
That's a wild idea.
I don't know
Yeah,
where you live. Like, maybe you live somewhere expensive where an office is like just crazy expensive.
it's stupid. Yeah,
But just think about it. Like, maybe
nowadays.
you have a family member or somebody where you can go and like work at their house.
Yeah, it's a
Maybe
wild
take the
idea.
kid with you. Like like she's pissed off about something. And I
Yeah,
don't know if she's just going to tell you exactly what it is. Maybe she doesn't know exactly what she's pissed off about.
right.
But try to
I
find
always
out.
find it funny. I hear trader friends who or even couples who trade like they have trouble talking about trading with each other too. I find that hilarious.
Yeah, that seems strange to me. Like
That's a weird one.
if they both trade. I had a guy comment before
Yeah.
on a video that like his wife was always on his case about trading. So he got her into trading.
Okay.
And he's like, and then she lost a bunch of money, and now she gets it. I was like, well, that's one way to do it. So
That'll teach her.
I don't know. Maybe get her. But if she has a gambling problem, then you probably don't want her trading.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
I
I
think you
think
have to
there's a
find out
lot
what
to
she's
it.
actually pissed off about. Try to
There's
get,
always stuff under the surface that I'm gonna hold back because it's really
yeah.
just tight. It's tough, but it's interesting. I kind of talked it out, kind of made me think about it a little differently. So I appreciate your help,
I
D10.
hope it helped. I don't know.
I
Just try
did.
to think of some
It's a wild situation,
different things you
but
can
I
do.
was, I'm happy to hear you have, you know, even in spite of everything, you too have issues with just as a relationship having that in your life. So
Trading is hard on relationships. Like it's
it is.
And I've talked to people where it's like they've lost a ton of money and they're in a ton of debt and they're hiding it from their spouse. So they have all that stress on them. So, like, yeah, it can get pretty complicated for sure. So, you're
Yeah, for
not,
sure.
not the only one dealing with that stuff, but just try to spend more time with her, figure out what she likes doing, try to do those things with her more, try to get the kid gone more.
Yeah,
And then when she's in, maybe after like a few weeks of her being like happier with things, then maybe try to have the conversation of like, okay, really, what do you hate about my trading? Or are you just sick of being the breadwinner? Does she hate her job?
yeah, she
Okay.
definitely hates her job.
Okay.
I think so. Oh God, my Discord's blowing up. People are figuring out who I am.
Oh,
All right, I'm out of here.
okay. Good luck. Okay. All right.
All right,
Good luck. Let me
should have
know.
known.
Come back in like a month or two, please, and give me some sort of update on this. I'd like to know.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right.
All right. Good
Take
luck.
care. Good
You
fun.
too.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Okay, guys, we have one more person, and then I'm not taking any more after this because I have to go pee. Um, okay, hello? Cry Trades? I'm probably saying this wrong. Hello? Do you hear me? I'm not, they're not on, that's why. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. Hi. I watch your stuff. I like your stuff. I see struggling with trading. I definitely struggle with trading from time to time, but real quick, I've been trading for just a little bit over 1 year.
Okay,
The first 3 months, I couldn't pass a combine.
okay,
And then I passed the combine, and then just with below funded accounts, and then probably halfway through the year, I got a payout, and then near the end of the first year, starting getting more consistent with payouts.
good.
So like where I'm right now is my payouts have been getting bigger and a lot more consistent. And like last month, I had a 50K account. I ran it up to 7,000,
Nice.
and I got 3 payouts on it. But sometimes it's like that. Yeah, that P&L was like I had my first trading day was red, and then the whole month was green. But then I had I would say 1 or 2 days of like just tilting, then I blew it up.
Okay.
But the thing what I'm trying to get at is like I listened to your story, how you got very involved in combines and you kind of racked up a lot of investment in that.
Yeah.
But then you started focusing on your YouTube channel and also just helping people deal with their discipline, which is why I kind of gravitated to your content, because as I was trying to like figure out trading, I kind of realized there's a lot of, people that sell stuff, people that push stuff. And it's for like new traders out there, it's kind of, very dangerous kind
Yeah.
of because, like if I could go back and like I didn't have anybody like your content was really good because it's just focusing on things that you don't really sell to people, but it's like fundamental stuff. And yeah, I really appreciate that.
I'm
But
glad it
yeah,
helped.
sorry, I'm like talking a lot here.
I'm like, I'm not
uh
hearing any problems with your trading. I'm like, okay, he's not been at it for a very long time. He's getting consistent payouts. He's doing good. What's the problem? Like, what are you struggling with at this point?
well, yeah, I'm married, and my wife has
Oh no,
gotten quiet.
is it another one like the last one?
No, 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 no. But
Okay.
like, no, like she saw me in my early stages, and I remember being in like a coffee shop one time, and she's like, "Well, when are you going to start making money trading?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, probably, I did research on it, and a lot of times people are like, it can take years to
Hmm.
get the feel of it and all that. But now she's experienced like these quick, fast, big money payouts. And so she's like, kind of like, okay, don't stop trading. And like, when's the next payout coming? But, as a trader, like what I find, and I don't know if you agree with me on this, but like you'll have really good months
Yeah.
where you just feel like you're just reading the market really well, or your strategy is working really well. And so I definitely had some really good months. But then you might go into a little kind of couple of weeks or here and there where like you just feel like every time you get in a trade, it does the complete opposite. But I haven't had too many of those. But like I definitely had my fair share of nightmare scenarios. Like I remember one time I passed 50Ks, and I was like, okay, time to make money, because like I see these people copy trading all these
Right.
accounts. So I just blew all those funded accounts, in like 1 week. But like from this year, like from January 2026 to now, my investment in the prop firms is far lower than my payouts.
That's awesome.
So like I should be like happy with that, but like at the same time, I don't know. I beat myself up a lot. I have a full-time job. I'm not planning to ever quit that. I told my wife like the only time I would quit my job is if I had like 100,000 in my bank from trading, then I would like leave my job. And I think you would say that's the right move, not to do this
Keep
foolish
your
stuff.
job.
Like,
Keep your job.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
100%.
because I had a month where I made like $10,000
Yeah.
like in payouts. So it's like, you know, and especially that I wasn't listening to the other guy. I guess you had a Uber driver and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But like you could have months where you don't make anything or you're minus in
Yeah.
all your investments in your payouts in your prop firm trading. But the other thing I wanted to ask you was
Sorry, is your
when
wife, do you feel like your wife is pressuring you? Like, is the pressure, like, do
no
you
no
feel
no no no
pressured in your trading?
she was like kind of a naysayer or like just didn't believe in trading, thought it was kind of like a gimmick
Yeah.
or gambling. But like once I started get consistent payouts month after month and not like rack up my credit card with like
Right.
with prop firms, she realized like this is like okay that you made me a believer in it.
Yeah.
So
Good.
so that's fine and that's kind of cool because I went from her basically not believing in it when I first started to get into it, and to her now like saying, oh, I think what you're doing, you have something there. You know, it's not just like fake or whatever. But what I wanted to ask you, when did you, DGen, were like, I need to keep pushing this YouTube content? Like it seemed like you really gravitated to your content and you kind of like exploded or the snowball got going for you.
I started it with, um, so I started it like trying to fix my trading. It was like one part was like I was feeling like a loser and the only one failing. And I was like, I want to show that side of trading because there's probably other people going through that. And then the other side was like, I need some accountability. And maybe putting my trades on YouTube every day will give me that accountability. So I started by doing a video every single day of the week, like 5 days a week, trading days. Um, and that it actually did help with my discipline and it helped to keep me on track. But then in the process, I started talking to other traders every day, and I just like to me, it's pretty obvious what other people's problems are, and like there are some pretty easy solutions to these things. So it just then it turned into like if somebody tells me they have a problem, I'm just going to give them advice, whether they ask for it or not. So it really just turned into like me trying to help other traders. But and
Yeah,
then
like
and then I started making money and it was like it was good for my trading because before I was too focused on my trading making money. So at first, like putting out a video 5 days a week was like I didn't have time to be focusing on my trading like that because it was just like an insane schedule for the first I don't know how many months. And then the schedule stayed pretty crazy and now it's not so crazy. But it was just like it was good because it took the focus away. It gave me another outlet to do something. And then I started making money from it. And I
yeah,
enjoy working
yeah.
with other traders. So it just was like, well, this works. Would I like
Well,
to just make a lot of money from trading? Yes. Right? Like I'd
well,
like the option.
you're a great inspiration because like so I'm like currently my trading's doing really well.
Good.
I'm trying to start like a YouTube channel about around trading.
Okay.
But it's not really it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere.
Oh,
But
yeah. YouTube can be it can be like a huge pain in the ass.
yeah.
Like it's
And the thing
like
is
trading and it's like there are no guarantees. You don't really know what's going to work.
yeah, the
Sometimes
algorithm and
yeah.
everything.
And it's like sometimes I'll put out a video that I'm like, this is such a good video. It's so helpful for people. And then like nobody watches it. Or the algorithm's like, nah. So you have to really like be committed to it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna throw one more question at
Mhm.
you, and just let me know if you think it's a dumb idea. But by the way, I'm also Canadian. I know you said you're from Canada, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
actually I live in America. I married an American, and I live in
Ah, I'm
Florida right now.
jealous.
But yeah, we do share. I'm Canadian too. My question was, so I'm trying to figure out creative ways to gain audience on my YouTube channel for trading, and I've done a couple strategy videos. I've done a couple like live recaps. My other thought was like I have a teenage son, and he's very interested in like business and also in the stock market. And I thought of myself like, oh, what if I create like some type of content around? Can I
Teaching him?
teach my
Yeah,
son to pass maybe an eval? Who knows? Get a payout through my account. Obviously not. He's not
that
old
could be
enough to.
fun.
But then again, I'm like, because I know some people view trading as like very like negative, like almost
Hmm.
like gambling type of
Yeah,
thing.
you'll get some hate for sure. Like, why would you put your son
Yeah,
into
like that's
teach
why
your
I'm
son
kind
to
of worried.
gamble?
I'm like, dude. But then at the same time, I'm like, you know, I mean, people that have been in trading for quite a bit, I think deep down we don't believe that it's gambling, but like there's that other side where we definitely see it could be gambling. Like depending on someone's, I guess, attitude or behavior. Like
Yeah,
if someone's just like resetting combines like every second, and they're racking up their credit card, like that. Yeah, to me, that's kind of like get a hold of
that's
yourself.
gambling. I gambled for 2 years. My first 2 years of trading, at least, were just straight up gambling. So yeah, it happens.
Yeah, and if I'm being honest, like I've had those nightmarish day where for whatever reason I just wanted to win, right? And so I remember one day, like I must have reset. I used up all my resets for like 3 accounts, and I felt kind of sick to my stomach. I'm like, that was literally maybe $400 or $500. I'm not comfortable. Usually for a month, I'm spending that on like a prop. If I'm trying to go heavy on the prop for a game, but so okay, so you're saying that's not such a bad idea, but be careful of the haters out there that
Yeah, well,
might
you're gonna
think.
get hate for it for sure. Um, I guess like I would be curious, like, why do you want to do YouTube? You have a full time job, you're trading, and you're making money. So it's like, do you really want to invest that much time and energy into starting a YouTube channel?
Well, I have 1,000 followers, so
Okay,
I am monetized, but like, it's not enough to make anything. But
right,
I don't believe in course selling,
right,
and I would never want to go down that road.
yeah,
And I believe like the way I see trading is that there's no secret sauce, but there's like attitudes and behaviors and
yeah,
things you can learn to maybe give you your own personal edge. So it's kind of like the movie Kung Fu Panda, where like the villain guy, the tiger guy, opens the scroll and he sees nothing, and he's like, "What the heck? Where's the secret martial artist move?" And then the panda's kind of like, "It's yourself." So I kind of view I think everybody, I think we all can trade slightly different and we can all be successful, but it's a tough journey. Like trading is, I think the mental game is probably the hardest.
yeah. I guess like I would just caution you that like the YouTube thing can be just as frustrating as the trading. So it's like
Yeah,
if you don't, I don't like, to me, and like somebody said, like spreading yourself thin in the comments, and that's kind of like, it's, I guess, just like decide how much time do you want to spend on YouTube. Like ideally in a week, how much time are you spending on YouTube?
yeah,
And
I
is there
haven't.
gonna come a point where your wife is like, hey, you have
No,
no
my
time for
wife
me?
actually saw you, and
Oh, really? You
she's
should do
like,
that.
well, why can't you be like DJ? Like, look
Okay.
at her channel. And I was like, well, yeah, but she has a good thing going. I mean,
I do spend a lot of time. Like it's not like I
no,
can't
no, I
just,
know, and you put a lot of work in it.
but I'm just saying, like, it's not just like, oh, a couple hours a day or something. Like, but it just depends what you would want. If you want to just, yeah, like, I guess I would say just be careful going in that you
I
know.
think like I don't know. like for a lot of people watching, but like there's always that question of like, why did we get into trading? And I like to hear why you got into trading.
Oh,
So my story specifically was I sold my house. I moved to another state, and the state that I was in wasn't paying for my profession really well because it was unlicensed. So that got me looking in all weird directions. And then I think on YouTube, I kind of fell into day trading, and then I got into it. But the other thing that really kept me in was like I wanted to know myself that is this really legit? Is this like just kind of made up? And I wanted myself to figure that out. I didn't want, like, I know you can like go to ChatGPT, they tell you the percentage, or you know, then there's the YouTube gurus out there that are driving their Mercedes. But I wanted to see myself, like, I wanted to go through the pain, whether I was going to just come out losing a whole bunch of money or and wasting time, or actually, you know, make a little bit of money. So I got to the point where all the money I've put into trading, I've made that money back and more, but not enough to be like, I'm gonna go buy myself a new car or anything like that.
yeah.
But I'm at a good spot. And then I sometimes ask myself, like, maybe I should just stop trading, period, because like I beat the system,
You're
like I
making
am.
money.
Well, no, but then I'm like, but I feel like I'm getting a little better, so I don't want to just like, stop. But what about you? Like, what made you decide to get into day trading?
It was during COVID. We're in Canada. I don't know if you were in Canada during COVID, but they stretched it out for a really long time. Um, and then we decided not to get the vaccine. Me and my husband. I wasn't working, and he was working, and it was to the point where like he wasn't able to. He was able to work all through COVID just fine, but then after the vaccine stuff started, then he wasn't. Like he would come home at like Tuesday. I remember one time he came in January, he came home Tuesday at noon and was like, I'm out of work. Like that's it for the week. So I started flipping furniture, and I made a few $1,000s a month doing that, and it was fine. And then I don't know, he likes Andrew Tate, so he ended up in Andrew Tate's school, which at the time was Hustlers University. He saw their stocks room, and then he was just watching it, and he's like, shit, I should do this. And he was going to start trading. I was just going to keep flipping my furniture and like doing my housewife stuff. And then he started getting more work. Then it was like, okay, the protest in Canada happened, and then they dropped the stuff, and he was back working full time. But he was still like, hey, look at all the money these guys are making. So we put our personal savings into an account, and he's like, just follow this guy in the signals group, just do what he does. And it worked out good. I started trading options. I made $5,000 right away. And then we're like, oh, these future guys, they are making the real money. So we got into futures. And then I just followed this guy and lost money, like $20,000. And then my husband was like, just quit trading. You don't need to trade. Like, I'm back at work, whatever. Um, but then I was like, no way. I'm like, I gotta figure this shit out. And then
Yeah.
I get into prop firms, and I kept going with it. So I didn't really go into trading wanting to trade. And the first 6 months I knew nothing about trading. Like I was literally just following someone else and had no idea. Like I couldn't look at a chart and be like, oh, this is a good place to buy, or this is a good place. Like I had no clue what I was doing. So a bit of
Yeah.
a weird way to get into it. But it was for money. Like it was entirely for money and like location freedom, because we're like, we don't want to be in Canada.
Well, DJ, and the funny part is, I paid for like a Discord group. What was it called? I'm trying to remember the name. It was a guy named Nick. He traded gold. What was Oh, I'm drawing a blank. But anyways, I it wasn't a tremendous amount of money, but like he would trade gold, and he has a channel too on YouTube. But I did not do well. Like
Yeah.
I had no success in it. But then, when I kind of just stopped chasing the different gurus, I just started to do a lot better. And I don't know why, because I'm sure there's people that will be like, oh, I learned from this person, I learned from that person.
It works
But
for
I'm
some
not one
people,
of
for
the
sure.
yeah, I'm not one of those people. I actually did a lot worse trying to
Yeah.
copy or go off
Oh,
somebody on.
it was a nightmare for me. I picked up a ton of bad habits. Like it was, and then I went out on my own and I had all these really bad habits to trade with. So I wouldn't advise it to anyone. Someone is saying there about Andrew Tate's group. Yeah, actually, my husband saw um, he saw Andrew Tate on the Your Mom's House podcast, and he was like, "Oh, this guy's hilarious." And then
No,
like
it's not
he
Trader Nick.
he signed up for his email, and then he pushed his Hustlers University, and he's like, "Oh, whatever, I'm going to sign up for this school," and he did, and that's how Andrew Tate got me into trading through my husband. But yeah, I'm aware Andrew Tate's in jail now. And
Well,
then
I just want to.
someone's not happy with the vaccine thing. Sorry, we didn't. I didn't. I was pregnant at the
Hey,
time.
no, no, listen to this. I was also against the vaccine. My wife was NYPD officer in New York, and New York was very liberal, very, everybody
Yeah.
has to get the vaccine.
So
She
like
has high blood
Canada.
pressure. Yeah, she had high blood pressure. She always had problems with her blood, and then her mom had heart problems. So the thing is, if you do the research with the COVID vaccine is a lot of the side effects, if there are, was due to like with
Yeah.
the heart and the blood, and so I didn't feel comfortable getting it. But at that time, they were telling the nurses, the firemen, the NYPD that they have to or they're going to lose their job. So we were like at one point thinking that, okay, there goes her
No.
almost 20 years. But yeah, I know it's political. There's going to be people that are very for it and very against it. But
Well, I was actually like, I was pregnant when the whole vaccine thing happened, and I was in my obstetrician's office, like waiting in the exam room. And she was in the hallway talking to some other doctors, and one of them said, "Oh, did you hear the COVID vaccine just got approved for pregnant women?" And then one of the other doctors they're like, "Well, how could they have even like they wouldn't have even had time to test it? Like how could like the doctors are talking amongst themselves, and I'm overhearing it that they're like, this doesn't make any sense." And then she comes in and has my appointment and is like, "Oh, and you can get the vaccine now." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll pass. I heard what you
well,
guys were saying in the hall." Like,
yeah, there was a scary report in Ontario. One of their universities had some type of study stats on like how miscarriages went like almost 200% higher with
uh,
people after the COVID
I
vaccine.
was just
So
like, I'm like, I wouldn't take anything when I was pregnant. So I'm like, if I won't take a
yeah.
Tylenol and I won't take this when I'm like deathly ill, I'm not gonna like, I'm just gonna go with like, I'm not taking anything. And then with my husband, I'm like, I don't have to be forced into doing it. So if he doesn't want to do it, I'm not going to be like, no, you have to do it. I'm like, you can just do what you want. And if you lose your job as a result, then whatever, we'll figure it out.
Well, I just want to say thanks for giving me time to talk on
Yeah.
your
Yeah. Thanks for coming
podcast
on.
or your.
Live
I just
stream.
wanted to talk with you, and I just want to
Well,
say to other traders out there, keep your head up. If someone like me, like I'm just a plain average Joe, I kept with it, and I'm not saying I'm living in a mansion or anything, but I mean, if there's a time where I connect with someone out there, I'll be transparent and show you my losses and my wins. But I love your channel, DGen. I think I watch a lot of your videos. They definitely have shaped my discipline.
good.
So yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for taking my call.
Yeah. Come back anytime and let me know how you're doing. And good luck with the YouTube thing. It can be its own sort of like, yeah, it's like trading. We just need like extreme patience, I think. All right, he is gone. Okay, guys, it is really late. At one point during that call, my son was outside because I'm in the basement. So he was outside the basement window, like knocking on the window and shooting a water gun at me. So I should get out of here. We'll be back on. Uh, okay. Ace Trades wants us to wear seatbelts and get vaccinated. Okay. All right. I wasn't meaning to talk about the vaccine. It's just a part of like how I got into trading. Um, okay, guys. And somebody said, no, my husband is not in jail. Andrew Tate's in jail. That's what I was responding to. Yeah, no, my husband's upstairs. So that's what's going on with that. Okay, so I'll be back here next Wednesday. If you want to call in and talk about your trading, then you can do so. Yeah, that's it. Okay, we'll see if I can figure out how to shut this thing down. I'll see you back here next week. All right. I'm not a crazy person. I didn't mean to start a fight. You didn't start Ace Trades. You didn't start a fight with anybody. I'm not mad at you. You can have your opinions on the vaccine or what and seatbelts or whatever. I do wear seatbelts. I speed, but I wear my seatbelt. You are AI. Oh, is Ace Trades AI? Or I know you're not calling me AI. Hey, Lemming. Lemming, you didn't say anything the whole time except to troll me to say that people could hear me drinking my water loudly. Ace Trades, no one hates you. Okay. All right, I gotta go. I've had to pee for like an hour and my throat is sore. Okay, I'll see you guys back here next Wednesday. I really like your channel. Okay.